Players at the ready. Are you ready? Are you ready? On my release.
Tonight, I'll be eating roasted cauliflower tacos with spicy chipotle sauce. Thank you. Oh! I wasn't ready!
You want cheese to go with that wine?
Good afternoon, air hockey fans. We have an amazing game coming up for you right now. We got Scott Arnold being challenged by Andrew Snead. Scott Arnold goes by Alley Cat. Andrew Snead goes by Nubs. So we'll most likely call him Nubs on the right for the rest of this game.
Breaking news, it is currently the evening.
It is the evening.
And we're underway in Caldwell, Idaho, where Nubs is currently ranked 119 in the world.
119 and 14 in Idaho. Scott's ranked number 6, so if Andrew takes this lead, it'll put him way up in the rating list. And it would also knock Scott down some. Scott, hasn't had possession the whole first set here, but now he takes back over possession after blocking a barrage of shots. In this game here, we got Scott. He's been practicing almost every week for the last year. Ooh, right wall over from Andrew. But Scott's been practicing almost every week, and Andrew hasn't really been out here as much.
Do you think that you can practice too much?
I don't think you can practice too much, no. I do think, though, Andrew is, he walks in after not practicing for a while and is already doing pretty amazing. I mean, you did a challenge set with him, or not a challenge set, but just a quick little practice set out of 7 games, and he ended up beating you today, didn't he?
Yeah, I was up 3 games, and he came back and won the last 3 games for 4 games to 3, and he won the set. So
he's on fire. Oh, he's got 2 points now, 2-0.
And it's looking good. He was setting up his shots pretty good, and I actually talked to Andrew before this game, and he said that if Scott has not significantly changed his game, that he thinks he can take him pretty good.
I mean, after seeing this game right now, I would have to agree with that. Scott pulls it up, goes for the left wall over, misses, sets it up again, goes for the shot, goes for the cross, almost nails it.
But misses anyways.
Yep.
And that's the big difference. If you set for shots and you miss, it doesn't matter.
Oh, 2-3 now.
It's the over. What's happening right now? I think you almost touched me with your arm. Nub sets up his shot and misses. Can you not hear anything?
Don't worry about me, man.
I'll worry with what I'm about.
Nubs goes for the cut, misses it, loses possession.
Lots of possession.
Scott's
change.
chance to tie it up right now. He goes for it, misses, and there it is now. It's 2-4.
Cut shot. Oh, wow. He got it on the line, and Scott just steals it away and scores the goal right under his nose. Gets another over on him right away. 4-5. Big point for Andrew right here. Scott gets frustrated, and Nub scores the cut on him right away at the cusp of winning his first game of the set, and Scott just gives it away. Oh, maybe he just touched it or something. I'm not sure. Nice setup. Not too hurried. Not rushed, but loses possession anyways.
This is it. Andrew takes a shot. It's deflected. Loses possession. Scott sets it up. Goes for the over. Barely missed.
I don't think Scott was expecting this much resistance from Andrew, let alone being led by Andrew at this point in the game. But it is the first match, you know.
Oh,
ooh, that was right on the line. It just almost seems like Scott's a little bit out of sorts right at the beginning of the match here. I think Scott has made a little adjustment, and we'll see how it works out for him.
He might be able to take this game back. It's now 5-6. Let's see if he can tie it up. He does. He ties it up. It's now 6-6.
Oh! Andrew scores the last goal, taking the
Do
first
not
game.
blink, or that will happen. Fantastic last point there.
I just want everybody to know that was in front of his whole family live.
Oh, that is a good point. His family is here. I didn't think about it. We now get to
Well, who's that?
yeah, we get to take a look at the people that are sitting in the lobby right now. Right, that we got Felix Grabmeyer along with David.
That's Felix.
The best part is they don't know that right this second they are being watched by. Yeah. Oh, David's waving. Maybe he's realizing it right now. No, I don't think he is. I don't think he realizes it. This is great. You know what? We're just gonna stare at their legs right now. The next game is coming up here in less than 20 seconds, and we're gonna be seeing hopefully, you know, a fairly close match just like that one. That one was 6-6. I'm hoping that all of our games are this close. You know, I believe that
he looks like he's getting a little bit self-conscious right here. Oh, we're back. Scott doing his stretches, little yoga. Where's the goat when you need it?
game's about to take place.
Where are you going? Oh! It just killed everything.
Don't mind me.
What are you doing trying to plug in your electric guitar? And we're about to get started. Ref Tim G starting us off. Oh man, that was a good possession. Won by Andrew Snead, but he just immediately gives it away and loses to the over. A little bit hurried there. Andrew needs to make sure he doesn't get rushed and start. Oh, that was a bad charge. Scott takes advantage. What? Oh, don't ever tell anybody what happened just now.
Okay, there you go. You can have a smoke at night.
Turtle Beach.
Scott is now up 2-3-0. Oh. Just like I said, Scott has a lot more practice. So seeing Andrew come out and take the first game as a win, you know, is I wonder.
Surprise?
Yeah, I mean, and like I said, Scott brought, or like you said, Scott brought his whole family here. And so he's also the higher ranked player. He's got a lot to lose right now. Ooh,
He has the higher state rank, but not the higher world rank.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Nub sets it up. Oh, goes for the cut
nice
and nails
cut.
it.
Oh, but then he concedes the over. Not a lot of power coming from Andrew's side.
2-5.
Gets the right wall under.
3-5, 3-6. It's now game point. Scott can take his first win.
Nubs is. It looks like he's No, he's still relaxed, but Scott blocks, takes possession, and now everything is in his court.
There he goes. It is now 3-7. Fantastic gameplay. Now 1-1.
Your voice has a nice bass to it.
Oh, thank you. We've right now, I mean, the first game was 6-7, and right now you're looking at a 3-7 this game, and the opposite end. What do you think's gonna happen this next game?
I don't know. Maybe Scott just needed to shake a little bit of rust off, little jitters out of his system, and maybe this is what we're gonna see for the rest of the set. What do you think?
I agree. Like I said, Scott's been doing a whole lot of practice. One thing about Scott is, when I've noticed that he does stick to the same strategy. So if he finds something that's going to work, he's going to stick to it. Andrew, on the other hand, I noticed that he adapts pretty well. And so if he finds the way to adapt to Scott, I don't know if Scott's going to be able to adapt enough. So really the question is Nubs going to be able to adapt and then stay consistent with it?
Yeah, losing to Nubs just a little bit ago, I wasn't feeling too bad. Now I'm starting to feel a little bit terrible about it. Right into the mallet.
Scott takes possession, goes for a pretty light-handed shot, loses possession right away. Nubs sets it up, goes for the cross and nails it. First goal. Scott going for some fast shots, almost loses possession, but instead gets the left wall under.
Lucky or calculated? Oh, that over is deadly.
That's a good shot. 2-1 now.
Oh no. G3. Oh, the score.
Fired. Scott sets it up, goes for the right wall under. It is deflected. Goes for the left wall over and nails it. Great shot. Watch how Nubs moves right out of the way with that when he blocks to the bottom right and it's wide open. Oh no, Nubs scores on himself. It is now 5-1.
Second error of the sort of this game. He's looking for that over angle.
He almost had it there. Scott sets it up, goes for the over. Oh, and Nubs takes him for the right wall under, taking the score to 5-2 now. Scott's only 2 points away from closing out this game. Nubs has a bit of an uphill battle.
I think it's more of a ladder climb.
Or lateral climb at this point. It is a table after all.
That's sideways.
Ooh,
oh, nice cross.
Beautiful cross by Andrew. Do you notice after every point he does this little mallet twirl? Oh no. No! Let's a slow one slide past him. It is now game point to 2. Here's what's gonna happen.
Try to do the off. Oh wow, that was a turkey?
Almost. Nubs is about to score a point. He's gonna twirl the mallet, and Scott's gonna catch him during mid-mallet twirl. Ooh, straight down the middle, loses possession. This is now Scott's opportunity to win this game.
Ooh,
off goal.
Scored on himself.
Sets it up, it's close to the wall. Goes for the over, it's deflected.
You think Nubs is wise to his overs now?
Maybe. I almost said the word blocked and deflected at the same time. I was like, deflected.
Deflected. Sounds a very rough. Deflected.
Nubs gets possession back. He could bring this game 6-4. Right here. He does it with a cross. It's now 6-4. He was down, what was it, 6-1?
Yeah.
Can he bring this back?
Deadly.
He gets possession again.
With a good block and control.
Sets it up. Goes for a sort of a right wall. Almost a double goal, or almost a double wall. Gets possession back again.
I know that's how he's pretty effective against me. He started blocking all my overs and then...
Oh no! Loses possession. Scott's chance now to close this game out. He keeps possession. Goes for the left wall under. It's blocked. Goes for the left cross, and he gets it.
Oh, do you hear the clapping? We have an audience.
We do. It's now 2-1. Ooh.
That was a good tension builder. He's holding on to the puck and built the tension and then let go.
I saw it, that possession time. It's they call it a pump fake, right? Or just when you delay your shot by a tiny bit.
That's the word I was looking for.
So effective. I remember when I first heard that. I'm like, so you just wait a second to hit the puck? And they're like, yeah, it works really well. I'm like, how could that work? It really does. It makes them like get antsy. It makes them tighten up their muscles. They don't move as fast afterwards, so you can freeze them up just by faking them out. You know, it's funny because Nubs got that one score on him. Remember, it was 6-6, and he immediately scored it back. But I haven't seen that type of play from him since that first game.
What gives? Oh, I got water. I forgot.
Why isn't the crowd clapping now? They bump mallets.
Oh.
A show of respect. Here comes a face-off.
Spec, turn off the applause. Camera thing.
Nubs sets it up. Ooh, goes for that right wall over. Immediately loses possession. Scott with a left wall over. It's funny because he's so good at doing that with his left hand, but now he's pulling that same shot out with his right hand. Again with a cut on him. In a transition shot, 2-0 now.
Let's see that in slow-mo.
It looked like Nubs was there too.
He was almost there.
Yeah. A soft hit from Nubs. It looks like he's losing a bit of his power to shots. Scott with a left wall over again from his right hand. I only mention that because Scott likes to switch between left and right hand, but it looks like this game he's sticking right-handed. Another shot. Looks like that was a forced error. It's now 4-0. Scott with a demanding lead. Goes for the right wall under. It's blocked. Sets it up again. Goes for the cut. Blocked. Goes for the left wall over. Oh, I was guessing.
Deflected.
Blocked, deflected.
Blufflected. Blufflected.
Scott leaning forward. Goes for the cross.
Wow.
Or no, the cut. But it was
That
like.
was center.
Oh, no, it was a cross because he was doing that one left-handed. See,
It was
this
like
is,
it went right down the middle.
that's when he switches to his left hand. It's 5-0. This could possibly be a skunk game. With all the white and the black in the background. This reminds me of some shirts. The refs
Don't need
wear.
to be triggering anybody now. Oh wow,
It
nice
is
cut.
now 6-0. Oh, and there it is. Nubs effectively blocks the skunk
block.
game. Oh, I see Nubs. Did you see that he was messing with his eyes for a second? I don't know if we caught that on replay. Look at Nubs. He messes with his face. He's like, I don't care about this. And then he immediately goes for the shot and nails it. 2-6 now.
Was that a distraction to
I don't think
Scott?
so.
Did he see it in his eyes? He's like, oh, he's not paying attention. Then all of a sudden, wham!
You know, have you noticed the last two games, Nubs is deeply behind, and then when Scott's right about to win,
He wakes up.
it's like he wakes up. If he would, lose his possession on his own drill there. Scott goes for the over.
That was a nice straight attempt.
I
But
feel like Nubs has lost a lot of power. Oh, nice charge. Almost paid off. Again with the charge.
I don't know. It's eventually he's gonna get caught.
I mean, he's
Gonna
blocked
draw
a
the charge.
lot. Loses possession. This is Nubs' chance to sort of. Oh no!
To go out.
Scores
like
on
that.
himself.
It's so sad.
Ah.
Final shot by Ruthless Real Estate.
Best 2 out of 3. So basically, each set is best 4.
Man, I mean, these games are. The first was so close, and now we're sort of seeing. I think you're right. Scott shook the dust off, and now he's. I mean, clearly dominating these games. I don't say that word lightly, but, you know, 7-2. What was the one before that? 7-3. But a lot of those games were at 1.61. And it's almost like he's dominating the first half of the game, and then it starts practicing for the second half because he's got all of that wiggle room before Nubs can beat him in that game. I've seen players do that where they're about to win, and you know that's when they start doing their turkey shots, or that's when they start kind of playing around with some extra shots. It's like a way to practice. I guess what I'm saying is, near the end of these games, it's almost like Scott is playing with his food. As cats often do.
Like an alley cat would do,
Like
play
an
with
alley-
a mouse.
Nubs, a few off goals,
And
dead center.
Andrew doesn't really have anybody here on his corner. Everybody's here for
He's got
Scott.
Isaac here. Isn't Isaac still here?
Isaac left a long time
Isaac
ago.
left him high and dry. Never mind. He's got.
He went to go play basketball.
If you are right now in
At the
Nubs'
guy.
corner, throw us a message in the chat. We would love to hear from anybody right now in chat. Looks like Scott is now up 2-1. Sets it up. Off goal. Another off goal. Deflected shot, but he retains possession. Switches to his right hand. Goes back to left-handed. Loses possession.
Oh man.
Nubs almost scores the cross, and then he does score the cross, tying up the game 2-2.
Persistence pays off. Oh, look at that.
And then in
Little
the
more
transition cut.
Power. See, that's what power will get you.
Corruption, absolute power, corrupts absolute. Oh, 3-3 now. Scott's not going out without a fight, but Nubs is definitely
Goal?
waking back up. Cross shot
for
from
one.
Andrew.
Those are the shots that I hate the most, is when they're just going away and you think it's coming right to your side, and then boom, here comes a shot right at the line.
Scott sets it up, goes for a cross, almost makes it, loses possession.
Good charge.
This is Nub's chance to tie this game up. He does it
does.
right while under.
Was that an under or over?
See, it was an
Under.
under. Beautiful shot. He gets possession back. Nope, loses it.
No setup.
This is a set game. If Scott gets 2 more points, this set is over, and Andrew's 1 win is for naught. How do you like that old English?
It's for naught.
Art thou making fun of me? Scott gets possession back, sets it up, and fires a cross. It's deflected, loses possession. Andrew tries to show him how it's done with another cross back, but misses. Misses again.
Maintains possession. Oh,
Ooh,
wow.
almost scores on himself.
Danger,
Goes for the cross.
danger.
Goes for the right wall.
Cross.
Misses that shot.
Off goal.
Sets it up. Goes for the cross again. You know,
So close, and then the right wall gets it.
Against the wall.
Game point.
This could be his game right here. Oh. Oh.
Oh, he almost capitalized on that opportunity, but he missed.
He had that puck so still. So Nubs is trying slow puck, or still puck as they call it, where you just sort of stop it on the table.
What's we'll talk about it in a second, but I want to hear your opinion on that. Ooh, good.
Nubs almost sets it up, goes for the cross. Scott gets it back. Is Scott going to tie this game up for 6-6?
No.
Misses. Goes for the right wall. It's deflected. Nubs gets possession. He sets it back up. Oh,
the
he takes the
turkey!
win with a cross. That's Nubs' shot today. He's got a lot of points on that. I love how he didn't shoot it right there. He could have. He decides not to and resets it instead. He would have lost possession
Is
if he
that
shot
setting
it.
up your own transition right there?
Yes, it is.
Was that a turkey?
I think they more to call it, what, chase? Yeah, it's almost turkey. That was fantastic. Yeah, for anybody watching, a turkey is when you hit it off of your own back goal and then chase it forward with a shot and it hits the wall
Wouldn't
3
hitting it
times.
after your own back goal be a goal?
Your back wall, not the goal itself.
I was gonna say.
Unless you hit
the
it
back of
so
your
hard
goal
that it
is in
bounces
the
out.
goal.
Imagine if you were good enough to like hit it into your goal and purposely
And
make it
pop out.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? Hitting it into your own goal and having it pop out and shooting a goal.
That would
How
be,
messed up would that be to the
it
other
would
player?
be the best shot. Today against Felix, I made this shot and it went into the goal, popped out, somehow clipped. I've heard people say this, but I never believed them. They like said it could pop out of the goal then land on top of the goal. I'm like, no, it doesn't. That's not physics. That's not life. That's not how the world works. It happened. We caught it on tape. It popped out of the goal and then went up on top of the goal. Like it wrapped up and around it and landed there. It was amazing. Okay, so you were gonna ask me about still puck and what my thoughts are on still puck. Is that what your question was?
Yeah, I'm with the Weissman on this.
On no still puck?
That a moving target is better to hit than a still target.
That a moving target is harder to hit.
No, is a better target to hit, for air hockey than a still target.
I mean, okay, so you're talking two things.
No,
so
I'm only saying one thing.
If I'm hitting the puck while it's moving towards your goal, let's just say, that means I'm probably going to have a harder time aiming it. However, you're probably going to have a harder time blocking it. If the puck is perfectly still on my side, I'm going to obviously have a much easier time of hitting it where I want it to go. But it also gives away where I'm hitting it from, so it means you're able to block it easier. So it's sort of a give and take. If you're hitting it while it's still on the table, that means you're going to be able to aim that thing really well. So if you're deadly accurate with that thing and you could fool the person in your shot, then still puck works. But if you're better off at keeping it moving and the player has a really hard time following it, then moving the puck is better. So you'll notice in my game, I try to do both, right? I got the puck moving back and forth, and other times I stop at dead center and see what's going to happen. How are they going to react when it's perfectly still? Some players have a really hard time adjusting for that.
I noticed that you never use still puck against me. Why not? I would prefer if you use still puck against me.
So you fall for serpentine. You know when I'm drifting it and I lean right, and then you kind of follow it?
Yeah.
I'm calling that serpentine.
I call it mesmerize.
Mesmerize. That sounds like an essence for ladies.
I don't know. Spec came up with it.
Is it a thing?
Yeah.
Spec, is mesmerize a perfume for women?
No, it's a drift.
If we ever get really big and we get to make our own like cologne and perfume lines, mine's gonna be called Serpentine for men, and Mesmerize is gonna be the women version. It's gonna be awesome.
Mesmerized by air hockey.
Serpentine. Eve will never see it coming.
Ooh, nice extension to get the puck back by.
This has been a long 0 point right here too. Ooh, Nubs goes for a tricky. He just does an off goal to get the possession back, but that could have been stolen. All right.
Scott looks frustrated.
Well, he's lost 2 games now, and he could have closed this game out. That last game, he could have closed us out, and this whole set would be over. Andrew sets it up, goes for the cross. It's deflected. Actually, it missed. Sets it up again, goes to the right wall under. Missed again. Goes for the cut. That time blocked.
Lots of shots here. But he's getting them all back, so it's...
Not a lot are hitting on goal.
Well,
I think he hit up and it hit his hand. He looks like he's in pain.
I saw more embarrassment than pain.
No, I saw some pain.
Ooh. We were just talking about that.
You can see pain, by the way.
I can't see pain.
Yeah. I can also smell fear. Ooh.
I smell something.
Nev sets it up. Gets possession back. We still have 0 points on the board. There it is. First point.
And a little
First
flick
blood.
of the mallet.
Ooh.
Scott getting frustrated even more. And he moves
Would you
all the
say-
way to the right side of his...
So there are some players that play really well when they're frustrated, and there's some that play really poorly. Would you say Scott plays poorly when he's frustrated or plays well?
I think it just depends.
On what?
It depends on where his headspace is at.
It's in a bandana. Oh, beautiful left wall under from his left hand. In case you're wondering, Nubs' headspace is in a hat. Oh, it gets him with the right wall over.
Oh.
3-1 now.
It's
This
a good
is-
thing we have that black and white background because I almost couldn't see his hat in the camouflage.
Oh, Scott's head?
Yep.
I didn't think about him camouflaging in.
Nice.
There's a 4-1 deficit, putting Scott in the doghouse, as they call it, having a 3-point, lead. This is the first time that we're seeing Nubs not only in the lead, but pretty drastically in the lead. Still 2 points in the lead. He's only a few points away from tying up this set and possibly taking the set in the game after. This game is super important. If Scott wins this, he obviously wins the set. If Nubs wins this, it will push Scott into a 7th game.
And then Scott will have regretted not winning it back then.
Correct.
This happened in the Sam game.
Scott was only 1 point away from beating Sam in the Idaho State tournament, and Sam came back to win all the rest. 4-3 now. Scott is actually clawing himself
black.
back out.
Good block.
It was a 4-1, and now it's 4-3. Scott sets it up. He goes left-handed now. Goes for the cross. It's deflected. Keeps it close to the wall. Goes for the cross again and scores it, tying up the game 4-4. Nubs with a fake out.
Ooh, almost scores on himself.
Just does it off of his own back rail again. Scott shifts to the right. Switches to the left. Oh, Nubs could have gained possession, but did not. Let it get away from him. And then Scott scores because of it with a left wall
The
over.
lead back.
4-5. Scott's only 2 points away from closing out this entire set right now with such an overwhelming lead. 5-5 now.
But Andrew needs to be careful about rushing because that's a lot of rushing I saw there.
He was up 4-1. This is an incredible climb back up. Now it's match or a set point, Scott. And he loses possession. Scott now could close a set out right here, and he does. The set is over 5-7, giving Scott 1-0.
And what? All those things are all his wins are for.
For not. Therefore not, good sir. And that means that Scott just needs to win 4 more games, and he takes this whole match. Nubs will need to win a match plus, a whole set plus another set to win this, because it's the best 2 out of 3 sets. So you can see on the top of your screen, you can see that Scott has one little dot there under sets. That's showing that he's won a set. And we're gonna go into a break. We're gonna pop out there and go talk to these guys. Meet you out there in just 1 second. Come along, Matthew.
It's gonna take me longer than a second to get out there, gravity and everything.
All right, guys, you wanna jump on the couch with us? Whoa, gotta unmute these things. Arnold's table.
You okay there, bud? We're here there.
Matt, pick a chair.
Pick a chair, any chair. Interview time.
All right, gentlemen. Man, I've got so many questions. So, Nubs, you're down, like 6-1, and then you're able to get another goal, then another goal, then another goal, and bring it up to like almost 4 or 5. But it's like
To 1.
yeah, like you were at one point and you were able to bring it back, and you did that in multiple games. Scott would eventually win those games, but like you played so much different when he was almost about to win. And I'm like, man, if you just started playing that, you would crush him. And in that last game, well done, Scott. I mean, he had you 4-1, I think, and you were able to claw your way all the way back and end up taking that. We didn't expect that at the end. They were like, oh man, he's in a doghouse. This is gonna go to game 7, but you were able to pull that off. What were you guys' thoughts on that game?
Well, the cat always wins in the doghouse. Other than that, yeah, it was just staying focused on bread and butter stuff, just not mixing it up too much. Just yeah.
Yep. And you're right, they do call it the doghouse when you're under 3 points. That's called being in the dog. I said it actually. It's kind of funny you mentioned that because I'm like, oh, Scott's in the doghouse right now, and then you came back to win it. So, Nubs, how about you? How are you feeling about that game?
It was a good game. It was fun. I got a little too relaxed and confident.
I noticed there were some shots you were doing that were like pretty light, right? So like you had these really hard shots, but then later you're doing these light shots, and I'm like, oh no, his power is going away. Like sometimes you focus so hard on your angles that you lose your power a bit, and then you came back with it. There was that first game, 6-6. He scores the 6th point, and you just slam it back. Oh, like it was too fast for the replays. That was pretty solid.
Very French.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
How are you guys gonna approach this next set? Nubs, what are you gonna do different? Scott, what are you gonna do different?
Not much. I'm gonna keep trying to change it up, change the speed, see if I can.
That's
collect
what
on,
he's doing.
Changing up the speed.
Yeah.
Try to collect some of those unders or overs. He blocks the overs pretty good, but try to see if I can collect a little bit more on the unders.
Scott, what about you? What are you gonna do different?
Just staying focused on what's been working so far, and just really honing in on not getting distracted.
I mean, I can tell you what's working so far. You had this. You're doing this left wall over, but from your right hand, which I haven't seen you do. Your right hand, you're very consistently doing 2 shots. Whenever you switch to your right hand, I'm like, okay, I know what, it's gonna be 1 of 2 shots coming. Today you've been throwing in a bunch of the left walls, which is crazy. You normally leave those to your left hand, right? So I'm like, oh, it's a right wall over from his left hand. And then you did it again. Okay, that's a new shot. I haven't seen you do that. And you did it consistently, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 times. It was working on you, too. Nubs was pulling back right and leaving it wide open for that.
I was pulling for the straight shot. I thought he was shooting straight
Yeah.
in the corner.
Do you see
I
his
haven't
face?
seen
He's
him
like,
go
shut up,
left
shut
wall.
up.
No, I'm gonna pour it all out on the table. Nubs, what was working for you was that cross. The first 2 or 3 games, almost every point was from the cross.
Yeah.
He blocked the
noticed
cut.
it.
Yeah, it was good. What did you guys notice about each other's games? This is where you get the fun stuff. We don't need smack talk or anything, but
He was
No,
definitely,
he's going down.
definitely very tricky, very good at masking his shots, definitely. A lot of that stuff, for sure. Yep.
Nubs, close yours. He does this twirl with the mallet
Yeah.
after every time he scores a goal. How much does that bug you? I gotta know.
Doesn't bug me at all. I think it's cool.
No, I mean, it doesn't. He doesn't give you enough
like
time
a
to
score
pull it
on the
out though, because
six-shooter.
I would want to score on that so bad while he's sitting there twirling it. But it's like the puck. I'm like, come on, drop down. Oh, he's done doing it. I'm like, one of these days, it's gonna get it.
It's like your hand switch for me.
Yeah, the hand
He's right
switch.
there. Come on, puck, let's go.
Yeah, when you're switching hands, that is like go time. As soon as you do it, it's like, bing, this is my window right now, right?
Yeah,
All
that's the key, man.
right, does his hand switching bug you at all when he's switching?
No, I try to watch and see when he switches. Try to see if it's part of his game or if he just does it because he feels like he might have a better shot on the other side. The twirly thing, that's just to calm me down a little bit.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, there's some players that like tap the rail, like come on, make your shot. And I'm leaving it wide open. They go to block it, right? But you do it like this perfect. Like after a goal, you like twirl it. I don't even realize I do it till I'm watching. After I score a goal, I like lean forward. I'm like, all right, cool. And this is, I don't know why I do that. It's like the dumbest thing.
That's
I
great.
hate
Great
that I
for
do
a quick
it.
under.
Right? I'm just like, cool, I scored a goal. Whoop-doop. No reason for it. You guys should add a sound effect for that. Okay, here's a fun question. Because I know my preferred hand. Like when you're playing right-handed, I love it when you play right-handed because I'm like, okay, here comes the 2 shots. I'm scared now, but like before today, I liked it when you did right-handed, which means your left-handed was a more fierce competition for me, right? Mm-hmm. What's your hand? I know this is mean to say it during the game, but like which hand are you more scared of? Which hand would you rather him play with?
Well, I would have to say I'd rather play against him when he's left-handed. He's a little bit more inaccurate, but he's a lot better in defense. Helps my shots, helps me try to get a better position. With that left wall he added with the right hand, it's, I keep falling for the straight. He keeps hitting me over.
We were wondering if his camouflage was doing you in today. He's got the black-white. We're like, oh man, all you see is like a middle of a face floating there. No.
Yeah, I just see arms just flying around the table. I don't know where to go.
That's awesome how it turns out on
That's
camera. Like,
that's why I do this. I don't want them to see anything but arm.
It should be illegal. We should say something.
Black-white face paint. There we go. I
You're
can
gonna
get in
trigger
trouble for
people.
that. Never mind. Cancel.
People have already complained.
All right. Okay. So, any questions as far as like from our standpoint, watching? What question you guys have for us? We're kind of seeing it from bird's eye view.
Update.
An update.
Yeah, how are we doing? What can we fix? What can get a little bit better?
I like the way you were blocking overs, especially at the beginning of the game. Your over blocking game was pretty good. What else?
So Scott's getting a lot more possession time on you. That's something that we're hearing a lot more about is how important possession time is. Meaning just having the puck for a while, you go for a shot, even if you miss it, if you get it back, it makes a person more antsy, right? Taking your time, make another shot, you get it back, he gets more and more antsy. So he's got you right now in possession time. Like if we were to go back and record how much possession time, I believe he's in the lead right now with that. Your shots, you're doing them kind of weak. So don't forget to put the power on those shots, right? So a lot of your shots, they would be there, they would make the goal. You're just doing it a tiny bit slow, and it's giving him a lot of time to block it. So like your shot accuracy is there. Now it's just the power. Don't forget your cross, but make sure you got something to complement that shot. So when you go for your cross, what's going to complement that? Your left wall under, right? So make sure that you got your cross left wall under combo going, or your cross cut combo going, because otherwise, if you keep doing that one shot, he's going to start adjusting towards that. He hasn't adjusted yet. Do the cross and punches. There you go. For Scott, your right wall over with your right hand is working super well. And the thing is, a lot of people will be like, okay, I will allow him to block that. I'm gonna sacrifice and block the under because I doubt he can do the over again. And then you do it again. Oh crap. Well, then you do it again. Oh man, now I have to start sacrificing stuff. So if you're able to keep that up on him, but you also gonna need that complementary shot, because if he adjusts and starts blocking that over on you with your complementary shot, you're either gonna have to do if you're doing a right wall over, your complementary shot is a cut.
Yeah.
Right. So that's your combo that you're gonna be wanting to work on. I would say for you nubs, pretend at the very start of the game that it's 6-0, and I bet you'll win every game that way. Because I've seen that. It's 6-1 and suddenly you come clawing back with a bunch of points. Well, if the game started and you pretend he's got 6 points and now you get 4 while he doesn't get any, because that's what you're doing when he's at 6 points, well, now you're going to have a 4-0 lead like that last game. And then you just got to still remember that he's got 6 points in your mind, and you're going to crush him if you do that. Right? So that's my 2 cents. Anything else, Matt?
I gave my 2 cents.
You owe him 2 cents.
I'm a wealthy man now.
All right, boys. Any questions before you dive into the next match?
Don't forget to hydrate.
Good. Yep.
Yeah, grab some drink. All right, we'll see you on the flip side.
Sounds good.
We're not waiting till tomorrow. Just get it done tonight.
Oh yeah.
Push it right.
What's that? Alrighty, we're diving into the next set now. And it's going to be interesting to see how much of that advice they actually take. It's so different. I don't know how many games I've played where I lose a game and then afterwards I'm like, okay, I know what I need to do to adjust, but I'm not able to do it in time. I watch the game later. It seems so obvious. It seems so simple just to get the puck to go where you want it to go. But during gameplay, if one of your shots isn't working, it's not working, right? We got Scott here telling his family certain shots and explaining certain things and talking about the under versus the over, it looks like. I'm kind of guessing. I could turn it way up and see what he's saying. Yep. Oh, I called it. He's talking about the overs and the unders. It's like the birds and the bees of air hockey. And if you're watching and wondering, what is an over versus an under? If somebody hits it to the right wall, and it goes to the closer side of the goal, it's called an under. If it goes to the further side, it's called an over. We'll identify some of those as they start playing. Yeah. This game's going to be starting up in just a second here.
lose that much.
Yeah, it takes about 2 months. It's really useful though. It's so nice. Get all those extra 6 shots, just such a much.
All right, guys, ready to go?
Here's the start of the next set.
Game begins on my release.
Nubs with the first possession instantly goes for the cut and nails it. 1-0 now. Scott sets it up, goes for that right wall over. Nubs is wise to it and takes possession.
He's a wise guy, eh?
And knock, knock, knock. Oh, goes for the cross. Very slow shot. Gets possession back though. Winds up, goes for the left wall.
You think he's gun shy to those times he scored on himself?
I believe so. I mean, he's showing much more control this game than the last. Goes for the right wall, almost double wall in that one. Loses possession. Scott goes for the cut.
Ooh, that was close.
Right down the middle to Scott, and Scott was able to block it. And then Scott went for the cross, or the cut, and it was blocked. It was a good shot though. Switches to his left hand, loses possession. Nubs resets, goes for the right wall, loses possession. I'm gonna have to find an acronym for loses possession. Put on a little LP.
MLP.
Loss of possession. Scott lops. Andrew lops.
Lops.
Loss of possession? I don't know. Isn't that
Oh, lop.
lop? Yeah, it's what all the kids are saying
You
starting
lop.
once we make it popular.
there's
Goes
the
for the
cross.
cross and nails it. Scott sets it up. Looking to score his first point in this new set, but loses possession. Nub sets it up. Retains possession. Goes for that cross again. Barely missed. Goes for the right wall. Gets it back. Almost scores on himself. Real methodical this time. He's building up that possession time. He took some advice. Okay. Oh, goes for the cross and nails it again. It is now 3-0.
Not reflected on the score.
Scott gets him with the cut. It's now 3-1.
1-3.
Oh, gets him
1-4.
with the cross now. It's 4-1. Oh, beautiful cut.
Wow.
This game is kind of back and forth now. Scott or wow, Nubs, some person. Nubs goes for the
out
shot.
there?
Goes for a fake out. Goes for the cut.
What's that noise?
Don't know.
What was that?
We got a message. Maybe Discord. Oh, goes for the right wall against the wall. The right against the wall shot. Oh, and then Scott returns it. It should be 3-5 now.
Maybe the ref fell asleep.
Scott sets it up, lops possession, and then gets it with the cross again.
Game
Nubs,
point now.
Cross 2-6. Game point. I'm weirdly proud. He took literally every piece of advice that we said.
Ooh.
Almost scores on himself. Retains possession. Sets it up. Goes for, I'm gonna guess, the cross. Right here. Here comes the cross. Bet you anything. Looks like a cut actually, or mid.
Shooting straight down the middle of the pipe.
A real straight shooter. Oh, down the middle and
Plink.
somehow keeps possession. Scott sets it up, hoping to get his third point. Oh, gets it on a super slow transition touch.
That's a fourth point.
Oh, fourth point. You're correct. It's 4-6 right now.
Ooh, look at that.
Beautiful charge by Nubs. He gets possession, sets it up, building up some possession time. Goes for the cross. It's deflected. Goes for the cut and loses possession.
Just misses. Oh.
And then Scott with a beautiful
Making
right
an
wall under.
Interesting game.
Oh,
dude,
that's
just
the
throws
last
it back
shot.
in his face. Final shot by Ruthless Real Estate.
Ruth is the best real estate agent there's ever been, and she is, I would say, ruthless when it comes to helping negotiate some amazing deals, but also super amazing when it comes to caring for what your needs are.
That wouldn't be Ruth Kamichek, would it be?
It would be Ruth Kamichek.
Who is also our sponsor.
She is. She's the best. We got Nubs now up 1-0. Now my question is this going to be the same exact replay of last set where Nubs won the first one and then Scott took the next, 3 in a row?
I don't think so because Scott is nice and warmed up now. He's got all that, what'd you say, dust shaken off?
Here we go.
But he does all have his whole family here watching him, so there's all that. But there's also the Nubs hurrying up factor to get it over with.
I feel like there's a difference between peer pressure and parental pressure.
I always feel worse when my mom's watching and I lose.
Versus when you win when she's watching. You don't feel as bad then?
No, when I win and when I lose and no one's watching, I don't really care that much.
Isn't your opponent watching? Oh, beautiful transition shot again. First time it's okay, lucky shot. Second time Nubs is obviously clearly good at those transition shots off of his back rail. It's now up 2-0. I told him to pretend that every game was 6-0, and
nice.
I'm seeing him play very carefully. He's not just doing a bunch of bad pot shots. There he is now again, 3-0 with that right wall under. Actually, it went more about mid. That right wall went right almost. Actually, it was about to be an over. Scott knocked it in.
Scott looks like he's hurrying up for some reason. He's rushing.
He's got a lot of people watching, and so he's gonna. There's a piece of it that's also just trying to impress those that are watching. They all came to support you and root for their home player.
But why does he have to hurry up? Ooh, that's something I hadn't seen before. Nice cross attempt. Whoa, that was 3-0.
It's 3-0 right now. Scott steals possession, throws a speck off of the table, sets it up, goes for the left wall.
Just imagine him take a little speck,
tiny speck
flick him off
character.
the table.
One of our best players here in Idaho is named Speck. And so we're going to need to get a little tiny speck. And so every time someone takes a little speck off the table, we'll have to do a little animation.
Well, he's okay.
Oh, we could do an animation of Speck on the table, just like jumping on. Little running dude.
Oh, like the animated people from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
4-1 now on another transition shot off of his back rail. You can see he makes a shot. Actually, that's a lie. It wasn't
Look
off
at
of his
that.
back rail. That one was.
Like a shock absorber, just takes possession of the puck. Oh. This is a different Nubs.
Nubs, he's nicknamed himself that because he's missing some fingers on his right hand. I don't know if you can see that in the camera. That's why he uses a low top mallet. And so, Scott, when Scott starts the matchup, ooh,
nice
beautiful cross.
Nice cross. 5-1 now. 5-1. This is big points.
Scott sets it up, goes for the cross, loses possession now. It could be game point after this. Next cross, nope. Oh, he goes. He went for the shot and almost lost possession.
To get possession back.
Beautiful stop, steals possession, gets it back.
It's very lucky.
Nubs sets it up.
What do you think is going on in Scott's brain right now?
Meow, 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 meow. What's going on in his brain right now?
Baxter.
I think that every time that he loses possession, he's expecting that cross to come through. So like right now, he's gonna say, I gotta block this cross. I gotta block this cross, right?
Yeah.
He pulled back, he turtled a little bit, but he actually got possession back. Ooh, bad charge.
Caught him charging.
Bad charge by Nubs. And then, he immediately scores it back. It's now game point to 2. Loses possession, it's now Nubs' chance to score and make this win.
As long as he doesn't rush, I think he's got this.
And then he gets him with the right wall over. He hasn't done many of those shots.
Nice and cool.
No,
nice,
it's
cool and collected, and
usually it's like a cut cross combo, but instead he goes for the right wall.
That was
over
like a little
on that one.
and it went right in.
I think it was perfect. That was a fantastic shot.
Didn't somebody call it a tick boom?
A tick boom. I believe so. Yeah.
Tick boom.
It's just a warning. Yeah, so if it happens the first time, it's a warning second.
Nothingness.
1 minute break time. In between each game, the players are allowed 1 minute break, and they can extend it to 2 minutes once per set.
Brandon and Joey L, where are they?
Oh, that's right. They were commentating our game earlier today.
I wish I could have commentated with them.
I'd like to take this
Super
time
cool.
to acknowledge our previous ref in the last game, David, who he actually did a really awesome job reffing. He did really great. Reffing is not easy. He's getting used to like calling the timeouts now. Because like one of the guys was like timeout. He's like okay. We're like no, you can't say okay. It's timeout acknowledged or timeout called.
Why can't you say okay?
Because
And then timeout.
I don't know if that's out of play or not yet.
That's an acknowledgement. Okay.
I don't know. What does OK stand for?
Okay.
Yeah, but like
It's an abbreviated for OKAY.
yeah, but what does that stand for? What's that abbreviated for?
That's the word okay.
Only kites
It's a word.
are yummy. Popping in
How
the
many
game
points did he
3.
get for it? Did he move up rank?
That'd be amazing if he loses this game but still gains ranks
For beating me?
for beating Matt in that challenge set. Matt, you can't take your rank lightly. Beautiful right wall over, and then it's immediately challenged back with Andrew. It's now 1-1.
And then suddenly next week, Jessica is gonna be like 83 in the world.
Nub sets it up. It's right now 1-1. Loses possession.
He's ahead. He's got all this room to play with. He knows he's in control. He's gonna take it cool. All the pressure is on Scott to keep this going. 1-1. Set up. Miss. And Nub's unforced error score on himself. Blocked by Scott. It's always weird when you commentate by yourself. Did you like the Pepsi Cola? And 2 unforced error goals against Nubs. Nubs seems to be losing his composure.
3-1. Scott sets it up, goes for the right wall. Nubs almost scores on himself, but keeps it. Goes for the cross, almost a cross straight. Slow forehand shot. There it is. Hard power, right wall under. Hard power.
Is he gonna come back?
Your mom.
Confidence is so. Oh, she's a nice lady.
That was my comeback. Sorry, you asked. Scott goes for these direct straight shots. And it works. Right wall under. 4-2. Who do you think has a better fortitude?
I think Scott has the veil of experience on his side.
Veil. I like it. Ooh, beautiful.
That was a nice
It
pump
was
and
a
then
left hand cut. He switched to
watch
his
the
left
pump
hand.
and then boom.
Yep, that
freezes
pump
him
fake.
up.
Scott gets it back. Goes for the right wall. He's winning pretty substantially. He actually just put Andrew into the doghouse. Goes for the right wall over. Gets it back. I've noticed that Scott likes to lean forward and lean down, like right there, so that way he can aim his shot better.
And scores on him.
Oh, wait, it's not in.
It's still it. It's out.
So he's choosing to give it to the other player. That's perfectly normal in the game. If he feels like he can't get it out, then what he does is he can hand it to the other player, and no goal is scored, but he does lose possession.
Wait, they called a penalty on
he
that.
Stopped it. He stopped
with his shirt.
It hit his shirt and should have gone in. So there was a penalty on the play.
That was a good penalty shot. Nice and easy. Straight down the middle.
Yeah. Ooh, that was close to being over the line. Scott sets it up. Left-handed, goes for the cross. No, the cut. Reverse cut. Ooh, that was close to the line too. Scores on himself.
Again,
Oh!
third time this
See, that
this game.
time I could see that it was like him being frustrated and pain. But it was more of a mental pain. You know what I'm talking about?
Anguish.
No, more like
Mental anguish.
Mental pain.
Yeah.
It's like a headache, but not.
Pain and suffering.
Yeah.
Did you hear
You
me
know,
back?
you know when like you eat like really, really cold food, all of a sudden that pain that you get, it's not like that. It's a little different.
Can he come back? It should be 3-3 if he didn't score on himself at all. But it's game point 3.
Scott sets it up now. There it is. He takes his first game in the second set, 7-3, and it's going to be pushing us into game 3. Nubs has still a really good lead in this set. He just needs to take 2 more games and close it out. The question is, after that loss, is that going to knock some sense into him where he's going to start hitting harder? Or do you think that Nubs ran out of gas and now is when Scott's going to take over?
He can't already be out of gas, can he?
It really depends. They have these new hybrids that actually go for a while. So with Nubs going against Scott and Scott switching hands like the hybrid that Scott is,
I don't even know what to say
you
to
say
that.
my dad jokes are killing you, and I say not fast enough.
Never heard somebody wail in tongues before.
What you are right now experiencing, Matt, is when you are having that brain frustration that we were talking about.
Brain frustration?
I don't remember the terminology. Remember the anguish, that brain anguish.
Brainwave?
Yeah, where Nubs, when he scored it himself, and you get to see the anguish he was experiencing. And I think the best thing to compare that to is when somebody says a really bad dad joke. When you score on yourself, it's like you just heard the worst dad joke.
I love saying those.
Guys ready to go?
Ready?
You like telling dad jokes?
Mm-hmm.
Does he laugh?
Release.
Oh, beautiful face-off. Scott steals possession and retains it. It looks like Scott's really coming back to play right now. He got the first set, and so maybe he's being a little overconfident. Nubs steals possession, goes for a double wall. It's deflected.
And taken.
Scott misses a left wall, sets it back up, goes for the cross and nails it. It's now 1-0.
I wonder if he's just, his footing is off. Because he's missing by a certain degree.
I mean, if you're saying footing, like how he's standing, I agree.
Here's angle.
But if you're saying footy, because sometimes, you know, the players, they like to wear their onesies at play.
Who?
I dare
Who
not,
does
I dare
this?
not speak his name.
Sam's not even here
But
anymore.
if Sam was playing without his footy, there is a large chance he'll lose that game. That's a huge confidence decrease. Ooh, a challenge at the line right there, and it's won by Nubs. He keeps possession, resets the puck, fake out, it's deflected. Scott gets possession. Goes for the left wall.
They got miss.
Is that called a bait and switch?
Some kind of bait.
You know, I noticed that Nubs, or Scott does sort of that pump fake, but he does it almost every single time. And so I would have to say that if you do it every time, it almost, well, I mean, it works right there. So there it is. He does a pump fake and it gets that shot, immediately returned back by Nubs. That's one of Nubs' signatures, I think, is just scoring right after somebody scores.
You call timeout.
The problem with that strategy for Nubs is that then it never gets caught on replay, you know? You ever think about that when you're playing?
No. I don't even think about the camera.
That explains everything. Scott now sets it up. It's 3-1. Nubs had such a large lead in this set, and it looks like Scott's trying to take that away from him. Oh, goes for the pump fake.
That's exactly what he's doing. Oh, 4-1.
4-1 now. I think in the same set, Nubs had him in 4-1 earlier, so it's
4-2.
still back to back. Oh, Fortuna. 4-3 Nubs now clawing his way back out. Can he take the win on this one and make it 3 games to 1? This is a pivotal game. If he can get up 3 games to 1, that would be a massive, crush to Scott's spirit.
Yeah. Oh, that was a bad charge. I don't know if I would keep doing that. I'd probably stay back right now. Be super defensive. Oh, he's super aggressive right now. I don't know if he needs that.
Nubs, I kind of like it, he's being risky. He's laying it on the line, and he now lost a point because of it. Scott gets possession back. Ooh, Nubs is just right on the line. I agree with you, Matt. I have to say, I agree with you. He needs to be more defensive right now. Nubs needs to
conservative
back
right
that
now.
thing up. Oh, he gets possession back. What's he gonna do with it? Sets it up.
Cross.
Beautiful cut shot. 4-5 now.
Scott was expecting the cross, and he ruins his game by hitting him with the cut.
Scott does an off goal. I think that's one of the first off goals I've seen him do purposely. And then that's a beautiful. What was it? That was a cross left-handed. Oh, it's 5 to game point right now.
Ooh.
Can Scott score this? He can. Left wall over.
It's all even Stevens.
Final shot replay powered by Ruthless Real Estate. That's a beautiful over. It was almost a wasted over. He could have done under as well because Nubs didn't move back until after it had gone under his mallet. It's now 2 games to 2 games. If Scott wins the next 2 games, this challenge match is over. If Nubs takes the other 2, then it will go into the 3rd set. This is a perfect time for everyone to listen to me eating a cookie.
That's how many points he got for beating me in one set.
What was he at? What was his old rating? So Nubs just beat Matt in a challenge set, and he was at 300 points, but now he's at 457 because Matt is that much higher ranked than him that he's got no business beating Matt. Matt?
Oh, he got 150.
You said you wanted to ruin the whole rating system. That's how you do it.
By just losing to everybody?
Losing to people.
All right, come Monday.
It only works so long until your points are worthless, so you got to build them back up now. Nubs loses possession. Scott has got possession in this game. I know that every game is pivotal, but a game like this is important. If being up 3-0 and then being 3-2, and it being a set game, this is big. So if Scott wins this one, it's gonna look really bleak for Nubs. Nubs scores on himself twice now.
Oh, this is where it falls apart for Nubs if he keeps scoring on himself.
He's going really fast. He's going a little bit too quick. Scott's doing a good job of taking his time and aiming the shots, and Nubs is sort of throwing it at the wind right now. All right, he slows down, sets it up, gets the shot. That's exactly it. Slow down, take your time, make that shot count. We always kind of root for the underdog on this channel, and right now Scott is definitely the expected winner of this game, and Nubs is the underdog. We like to say underdog, especially when you're going against the Alley Cat. I will say though that Nubs isn't going to stand a chance if he goes fast like that and tries to rush those shots.
That's right.
Ooh, see right there, he should have stopped it and reset it, but instead he went for the shot and lost possession, and that could score him a goal right here. It does. So he just gave Scott a point by not resetting that shot. It's now 3-1. Loses possession. I like that. It was over the line and he just gave it to him. I like that. It was already over, but he didn't want to waste time, so he taps it closer to Scott. That was great. A little bit of character from Nubs there. That's the thing. At the end of the day, both of these guys are super great guys. You're not really seeing a lot of the fury that they can put into the game because I think that these guys like playing against each other. Ooh, that looked painful. Both of them hit the puck at the center line. I'm surprised it didn't fly off the table.
3-1.
Whoa, that bounced weird.
For this big game.
Beautiful.
And now it's 4-1.
That puts Nubs in the doghouse. Ooh, a double wall, and he actually got it. He does a little mallet.
Out of the doghouse.
He does a mallet twirl that he said was to collect himself. See, I thought he did that just to like kind of show off. Like
I thought it was like a heck yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
But it's to collect himself. Oh, beautiful
nice
cross. Can he claw himself back out? He was at 4-1, yeah? Oh, a double wall again! 4-4.
What are you gonna do, Scott?
Lose.
Oh no!
I'm kidding. That's
this
not
would
what
be
he's
a
gonna
pivotal.
do.
This is too much of a pivotal
See,
game for.
both of them fight like crazy when the other person's winning that by that much.
And now all of a sudden Nubs is in the lead.
Nubs is winning.
4-5.
2 more points and he can get himself set up for a set win. Ooh, he's
Taunt
Scott
at the line, pulling that. Ooh, nice quick shot.
Scott's able to get him to leave his goal wide open. You know, that's a good talent to have. Oh no, he went for the cut. You can see him, he's so angry. He's not even worried about blocking right after that. He was just mad at himself. Mental anguish. You can almost smell it. Scott sets it up. Ooh! And Nubs steals a point, or steals the puck back. Nope, loses possession. Scott, a little fencing maneuver, but loses possession. This is Nubs' chance to set it to game point, and there it is. He gets the cross. It's now game point.
This is really pivotal for Nubs here because it will set him 3 games to 2 and on the cusp of winning this set.
Would you say that Nubs excels when he's at 6 points? Oh.
No, I think he
5-6.
Decreases.
I'm sorry, Matt. You said pivotal and maybe a pivot tables, and so I said excel. I'm sorry. That was bad. Oh no! There it is. Game 5-7. Scott scores on himself. Oh, he lets it slide right in. It was a forced error by Nubs. You can see Nubs tapping on his goal as sort of a way to say like, hey man, that wasn't supposed to happen that way. It is now 3 games to 2. If Nubs wins this next one, it's going to go into a 3rd set. If Scott's able to pull off the next 2 games, this whole challenge match
Scott
is over.
Wants to try, like heck, to not have that happen.
You watch your mouth, young man.
You know what? I think.
Have you ever tried to watch your mouth, like look straight down? Man, we need to get that camera back in here so people can see your stupid duck face right now.
It looks like Nubs jumps up to tie 10th place with Anthony S.
If he wins this game?
No, if he wins this game, he goes up higher.
See, that was a big question that Nubs had. He said, if I win this game, does that put me into, for Idaho, is that going to put me in, what was Scott at, 5th place? He said, is that going to put me in 5th place? And
right now he goes up to, he's at 10th place right now from whatever he was before for beating me.
So yeah, that's a big question and we're doing a brand new rating system here in Idaho. And so we're trying some stuff out. So basically, let's just say number 20 beats number 1. Then number 20 wouldn't just go to number 1. Number 20 would probably be like number 7, and number 1 would get dropped to like number 10. Oh, okay. And so it's kind of unique how the rating system here works, but we're trying it out. The guy's right now drooling over some stats and pages. Nerds.
No, you.
That was hurtful. Your words are like daggers.
Should be. Oh, my buttons came undone.
I thought you were gonna say something slightly different. That was like the little kid's like.
Not my gumdrop button.
Yeah. I'm censoring myself here.
Did you get a text?
My cookies like to make sounds. Don't judge. This could be a set game for Nubs if he wins this game, or is Scott gonna win this and put it away? Nope. Nubs takes the first point, does a little mallet twirl, build up. It's one thing to like deflect a shot. It's another to sandwich it against the wall like that. That's like grabbing a bullet midair. I love that shot. That was fantastic. We should try that, by the way. We should check to see if you can grab a bullet mid-shot, Matt.
I'll do that on Wednesday. I have to go qualify.
Okay.
With Canyon County.
Oh.
my annual qualification.
I love it. Scott sets it up.
That was deflected.
Goes to the right wall. Oh, my buddy Matt here likes to call that a BM. It was a back of the mallet shot. It bounced off of the back of Nubs' mallet and went into his own goal. And so we call it a BM for lots of reasons, but mainly because it stands for back of the mallet. And all that implies because it's a crappy shot. I'm trying so hard to get you with these dad jokes, and it's just, you're still standing, like that dumb Disney song says.
It's not a
Ooh,
Disney song.
blocked. I'm not gonna sing it to prove you wrong. Ooh, off, missed goal by Nubs, loses possession, gets it back. It's right now 1-1. You know, I'm seeing a very different game right now from both players. It's sort of like the steam's a little bit running out.
Wow.
But then I spoke too soon to the right wall under for Nubs. Ooh, it's immediately returned 2-2 now.
Does Nubs sit back on his laurels and let him go to game 7, or
How many laurels does he have? I thought
than
his
one.
wife's name was Cassie. Scott, he goes on the side of the table for that shot. Does it again, and don't see it paying off. Ooh, almost went over. Nubs sets it up. It's right now 2-2. Is he gonna take the lead? Gives possession up to Scott.
So I'm the
Scott
same
switch
man.
hands. You are perceptive. Ooh. Your nickname could be Pew Pew. That'd be awesome. Oh, left wall under from Scott.
I would accept that if it kept skunking everybody.
We just call this guy Peppy. Scott sets it up, switches to his left hand, goes for the left wall over. It's deflected.
And it was for Nubs.
Nubs sets it up. He's only 1 point below right now. This is such a big game, though. See, like right now, Nubs should be putting 100% into this game.
Oh, he caught it right there.
That's
at
the
the
second
goal.
time. Oh, goes for a light off goal shot. Goes for the hard right wall, but it went mid and it was easily blocked. See, Scott blocks all the way back. He turtles, right? He blocks all the way to the back of the middle. Ooh, nice left wall over.
Turtle.
So if Nubs is able to aim that cross or cut, he's gonna get it. But if he shoots straight down the middle, it will not go in. Nubs sets it up right there is a good example, right down the middle.
A little bit of a quick setup for. Needs to hold it a little bit to build that tension. Yeah,
Oh, there is
that was a
4-3.
perfect example of what he needs to do.
Example, he does
Hold
the
a little
mallet
longer.
twirl.
That was like a slow motion. Do you see what happened? It was like slow motion, and it was like.
Yep. We can alter time. When your brain's hurting that bad, who knows what's real anymore? Nubs sets it up. Is he gonna tie the game up? Nope. He gives possession away.
That was kind of cool, though. What he did, I like the
Oh,
thought.
with the cross! Now it's 4-4.
And a
Sorry, what
spinning
were you
mallet.
saying before I rudely interrupted you?
I can't even remember. I thought.
Left wall over by Scott. It's now 5-4. Nubs, is he gonna tie this up? He does. It's now 5-5. If Nubs gets 2 more points, he
wins the
closes
set.
this set out and it goes to the next set. Oh, but Scott only needs 1 more point to go into a what would that be? The 6th game. Oh, and Nubs gives away the possession. Yep, and there it is.
no.
And now goes to another game. Scott gets him 7-5. Nubs had him, but he stole defeat out of the jaws of
Victory.
victory. Oof.
Now it goes to game 7.
Oh, that was game 6. That's a good point. Now it goes to game 7. So now whoever wins this game is I mean, if Nubs wins this next game, goes to the next set. If Scott wins this, it's entirely over. And Scott gets to brag that he beat Nubs and you didn't.
And Scott will win Andrew's world rank.
That's true. And he goes up, what, 2 points?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go grab some water real quick. Don't let them know I'm leaving. Cover for me. Make up some fake story.
Here we go. Game 7. I can't believe Nathan left to get something in the drink. And Nubs immediately scores right after the break. Oh no! And then Scott almost scored on himself. Nubs already scored a point. Very powerful, and he scores another point. Oh my god! Did you see that?
Nope, I just made it back.
Oh, you missed it!
Off of the back goal. I thought you said he squirreled when I came in. I'm like, all right, I don't know what that means, but I like it.
Okay, sorry, I must have been my.
No, you said he scored, but
brain damage.
I heard squirreled.
What does that even mean?
I don't know, but I want to make that a term now. I think it's important that we make up a term.
Squirreling?
So normally you have a weird thing that happens and then you make a term for it, but I just like the term so much that we just need to make a move that accommodates it. Like Scott sets it up, goes for it's a light touch to the left wall. Again,
Scott's.
Is he running out of steam or is he just trying to set him up for a hard shot? No, another light shot.
I think he's changing the pace.
Goes for another light shot, loses possession. That was, what, 5 in a row?
Trying to
offbeat
him.
Nubs with the cross just spanks him.
Is Spec and Spec. Sorry, we did it again.
Is there a speck on the table? A little tiny. Oh, gets him with the right wall over off of the rail.
A little tick boom. Ooh. That was a fast shot. And unforced error.
3-2.
On Nubs.
This game is where it all comes down to. I mean, if Nubs loses this game, it's all over. If Nubs wins this game, it gets put to another set.
And Scott does not
so, like,
want
right
that.
there, that shot right there was too soft, and Nubs shouldn't be doing that. And then, yep, Scott takes advantage. It's now 3-3. Anybody's game now. Nubs sets it up. Squirrels. Sets it up, goes for the right wall over.
He's squirreling over there.
Oh, gets him with the cut! It's now 4-3. Scott loses possession.
Whoa, don't score on yourself.
Nubs could nope, he loses possession. I was gonna say he can set himself up real good at a 5-3.
Reset that. Instead, he squirrels out and he just shoots it without setting up. That would be a shot without setting up is squirreling.
Is squirreling? Okay.
You just squirreled
just
out.
Grasping for it, or would you shoot it when it's getting away from you instead of resetting it? Oh, a beautiful charge, and he gains possession, but
he
touched
touched
him.
it.
Yeah, it touched him. So
He's a toucher.
so it's now 4-3. Scott could tie it up right here.
He doesn't.
He contemplates it. He wants it to be tied. Oh no! No, Scott! Forced error. It barely hits Nub's mallet, and then he scores on himself. No, it doesn't hit his mallet. He just expected it to.
Oh my gosh, did you see that block?
Beautiful block.
Another beautiful block. Another beautiful block.
That one was down the middle. Yeah, no. So they need to aim for the corners of the goals. Andrew only 2 points away from closing this set out. It's down the middle, blocked. Scott sets it up.
God, they gotta stay away from Main Street.
Oh, left wall under 5-4 now.
Don't call it a comeback.
Scott's only 3 points away
And
from
Nubs,
winning this whole challenge
the
match.
sportsman he is, just gives it back to Scott.
Down the center again. It's easily blocked and retained.
I was on that.
Nubs going for that cross. He went for the cut, then he gets him with
Set
the cross.
point. Set point, Nubs.
Set
point.
Set point! Is he gonna squirrel? We don't even know what that means,
No,
so
he
we
sets
have
it
no
up.
idea.
I just told you what it meant.
Yeah. Did you?
I did.
He sets it up. He goes almost went to the. Okay, that was squirrel.
Oh, he gets it!
Oh, he
Nubs
gets him on the
gets the set
big
point!
shot. Bessie, that was squirrely. He like went to
That was a squirrel right there.
He like went to the forehand, then decided not to, and it hit Scott's mount and slowly
No
sided
setup
in.
shot. Squirrel.
We need to go out there and tell him about this new term. Let's do it.
Squirreling.
Let's go out there.
Squirreling. Scott does not look happy.
Oh man, that shot hurt. All right, guys, let's we get a second to pop over here. That last one hurt him early. You blocked it. You did it with it was like the whole like And everyone's like avoiding the couch because they don't want to be on camera, but technically between games we should just have everybody pile over here. That's what we should do.
Why not?
Oh
Get the
man.
reactions. Come
Yeah.
on over.
Okay, so I mean, I got once again after watching that, I've got so much I want to say, and I want you guys to do most of the talking. I don't want to take over this, but I will say, Nubs, it was like you listened to literally everything that we said.
I don't have a lot to say.
Thank you, Matt.
It was like you listened to everything that we said. I mean, from the very first game, you were suddenly up 4-1 on him, right? And it was like you took every possession very carefully. You took a lot of shots away from him. You aimed a lot of those. That last one, at that last one, you went for the forehand and you stopped. And then you're like, nah. And then you just did some light shot that should not have worked. That should not have worked, and you know it, but it.
Yep.
So we now call it the squirrel shot.
Squirreling.
Yeah. All right. So question for you, Scott. What are you gonna do next in this next set? I mean, so that was a hard-fought battle where he really clawed himself out of a really tricky situation. So what are you gonna do about it?
Well, I've got a few tricks up my sleeve. I gotta pump them over and over and over again. I've got some ideas, but I can't reveal them.
That's okay. That's all right. Wait, show it on the table, I guess.
Yep.
How about you, Nubs? How are you feeling about that set compared to last?
I'm a little bit more concentration, slowed down a lot. I mean, I threw out some pretty fast hits, and I knew after the hit that they were a little too tough. I should slow it down. Yeah. So I think I just took that one a little bit slower.
I mean, you guys know our tradition where we always kind of root for the underdog, always, right? That's kind of what we do. And Nubs is the underdog. I'm sorry to say, usually you're the underdog in a lot of these battles, but this is one of the few times that you're defending your title, right?
Yep.
And so we're sort of like, go Nubs, wee! But at the same time, right now, Nubs is going from losing a first set, which usually has a huge impact on morale. Yep. He's coming to the second set, and he's you did really good. I will say though that when you started going really, really fast. We were like, no, don't do that, don't do that, and you gave him a ton of points. Like, you went fast, he gets a point. Then you went fast again, he gets another point. Then you would, like, slow down, you focus, and then boom, you start getting points again. We're like, all right, that's the game. I feel like every player, or at least most of the players I know, love to play fast. That's what makes the game fun, and we like to play for fun. But I've been told that was my thing. But Chris Gibson said, do you want to play fast and have fun, or do we want to win? And it really hurt. I'm like, no, I want to do both. I was like, you can't do both yet, bud. You either play fast and have fun. Like, so you either have fun or you win. Which one do you want to choose? And I'm like, I guess I want to win. He's like, okay, then slow it down. And I hated that. I was so mad. I'm like, no, I'm going to prove him wrong, right? But he was right. And it took a while before I was able to play at a really fast pace and stop everything, but not lose control of it a bunch. Scott, you got these shots that you're doing that should not work, and they are, and it almost makes me mad because I'm like, no, that shouldn't work. That's not rudimentary air hockey. Like, it'll be against the wall, and you just do this pop shot, and it goes for the perfect over, and it scores. I'm like, no, but hey, it worked. Okay, why not? I noticed that you didn't do your right wall overs from your right hand. Those weren't happening in this game. Like, that was your money shot.
For some reason, the accuracy was off, or he was blocking them. So yeah.
I don't know if he was blocking him as much, but
I think it was just accuracy was off. Yeah.
So one thing I will say is that, like, the misconception that I used to have was, oh man, now this person is blocking every shot, so I'm gonna do something else instead. And after every game that's happened to me, where, like, let's just say I've got this left wall, it's really working, and then suddenly it stops working, so then I stop doing it because they're blocking it, right? Mm-hmm. After that game, I don't know how many people have told me this, but after the game they'll say, man, I'm so glad you stopped doing that left wall. I blocked it a little bit, but then you just stopped doing it, and then I didn't have to worry about it ever again. And I'm like, you were worried about that? And they're like, I was definitely worried about that, but then you just stopped doing it, and I never had to worry about it again. So just because he's blocking it doesn't mean you should stop. In fact, it's all the more reason to keep it up, because then he's going to have to sacrifice something else. Every time he's blocking one thing, he is forcefully not blocking another. Okay, so keep that in mind. Every time he blocks a shot, that means he was purposefully keeping another shot open. Okay? So, great, cool, figure out what that shot that is. Make a shot that looks just like it and go for the opposite angle, right? So that's my 2 cents. I overspoke. This should be called Nathan's 2 cents.
It's like a silver dollar.
There we go.
What questions do you guys have? Any camaraderie between the two of you?
I just think it's fun. I'm having fun.
Likewise. Yep.
It's competitive.
How'd you guys feel about that last point? That's what I want to know, both of you. Opinions on that last point.
That was so frustrating how that went in. That was just really irritating.
I really didn't even know it went in until it went in.
I saw your
I didn't
face.
expect
It was
it
like,
to go in.
no, there's nothing you can do.
What we've always said is that, like, nobody likes seeing that. Usually not even the opponent. So I have to ask you, Nubs, like, when you see that, I doubt that you're like, yeah! It's more like, that wasn't supposed to work. That's sort of unfortunate, right?
Right. I felt close to the 7 seconds after the little fake I did, and I had to get rid of it, and I did, and I don't know. I didn't know it went in until it went in.
Got rid of it.
I don't remember you being close to 7 seconds. Sometimes it's in your head, right? Or like you feel it's going fast. And you watch
sometimes
Tim
I
knew.
count.
Tim was about to call it time warning.
He's like, no. No, but that really sucks, and I've seen it happen a lot. Where like the last point it matters so much, then you score on yourself, and it's like nobody wants to see that happen, right? Nobody wants to see that happen. So not even your opponent wants to see that happen. So. All right, so in a little bit we're gonna bounce into the last set. This is it. There's no set after this. One of you guys is gonna win at the end. One of you guys is not. So good luck to both of you. Any other questions? Any camaraderie? Anything you guys want to?
I had to throw a left hand out there once for Scott.
Yeah. There you go.
You have the higher state rank. You have the higher world rank.
Yeah, this is kind of a
weird
fun
how that
one. So one of you guys is leaving with a different rank. That's for sure. Actually, both of you. No matter what, something's changed in rank wise.
Yep.
So we're trying to crunch the numbers to see what the ratings and ranks would look like. But there's a lot to go into it. Every time you guys do a right wall, you get a few extra rating points. I'm not saying that you should do more of those, but I'm saying that that's the shot of the week, so you'll get extra points that
Yeah,
way.
because this is a challenge for World and State, right? Is that
I think
the challenge to be too? Okay.
Nope. Best 2 out of 3, yeah, for World and State.
Cool.
And so, so winner takes all sort of thing. So.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's 116, 119, and then 7. Now you're like 11.
I think it's 121 and 118. So Andrew has
121, yeah.
Yeah, and Scott's got
119, 121.
Yeah. Because last time I played him, I didn't specifically challenge him for his world rank. I think that's what it was when we did it before. It was just State, yeah.
Okay, why don't you guys jump up, grab some refreshments really quick, get ready for the next one. I'm gonna invite the family over here. Why not? We've never done this before.
It's
Family
new.
want to pile over here?
You're gonna get the
Now I'm not sure if you were standing to leave or if you were being respectful.
I was standing to
Were you being
leave.
respectful?
I was gonna-
You make me want to be a better person.
Come on. Get in here, man.
All right,
Come in
you may
here.
be seated.
Sit up next to my sweaty body. Here we go.
Okay. Hope you.
Okay, so
Good Morning America.
yeah, so okay, so names real quick. So
I'm Destin.
Destin,
I'm Crystal. I'm Jeff. Scott's mom.
I'm the broski.
and the broski, the mom,
And I'm the cousin.
the cousin. Okay,
Tanisha.
there's no uncle. We need an uncle next time. So uncle, if you're out there, you
And
need
we
to get
have
over
a
here.
first-time
He's way
date
to work
tonight
with me.
with Jeff as well.
Oh man, I know, but she's staying off camera. That's okay. We're not gonna put her on the
All right,
spot.
No.
All right, fam. So Des, this is your first time watching a game live. When your brother first said, "Hey, I'm into air hockey now," what was your first reaction to that?
I was like, well, that's cool, man. I'm glad you're starting something different. But like he's always been really into whatever he does, like fully, really into it. And when he gets into something, man, he'll give it his all.
You weren't shocked to find that air hockey was a thing. That's the reaction I get. People are like, "That's
I
a
wasn't
thing."
too shocked about it. 'Cause
No?
he always
Okay.
just like going to arcades and stuff, and I think maybe just like going to the arcades and he saw air hockey going on. Maybe he's like, no, that might be something I might be into. And I'm glad it clicked for him, man, because he's doing really good. I'm like really proud of him.
Dude, he's doing killer.
This far.
Especially if we're just starting out. I do see
Yeah.
resemblance between the you guys with the white black the caps. I see it. It runs in the family.
Yeah.
Okay, so mom, what about you? When you first heard when he's like, "I'm in the air hockey now," were you like, "What? That's a thing?" Or were you like, "Kill
No.
it"?
I was like, oh man, that's really cool. I think it's awesome. He's done martial arts most of his whole life, and even to present, he has a group. What is your group called again?
Well, the one group is Ravika. The other one is Steel Sword Fighting Group. Yeah.
So
Spanish. Steel
it's
sword.
a multi art that his skill set is in. He did Aikido, he did Taekwondo, he did Arnis, which is the stick fighting art from the Philippines, which is double hands. So that's where that kinesthetic,
Oh, dude.
left-handed skill set is coming in.
Back in the day, he used to swing his scimitar around in the
Yeah.
front yard
Keep going. Our
Yeah.
feed just stopped. You guys keep talking.
Yeah, so
with both hands all day long.
yeah, and so those muscles and that muscle memory and his brain using both sides of the body equally is really a skill set he's utilizing here on the table.
It's
and I
working.
think
You know,
it's
and
awesome.
I've seen a lot of players talk to him about that, and usually their first reaction is, "Do not switch hands. Do not
Yeah.
switch hands. Do not ever do that. No one's ever done it. Doesn't ever work." And then recently, I've been watching these pros talk to him as the weeks have been going on, and they're like, "Keep it up. It's working for you. Like, might work."
His IQ is off the charts. From the time he was a little guy, he was memorizing large amounts of information, and he's very kinesthetic learner, so he's very hands-on, and he has the ability to just assimilate it all, take it all in, and then decide on a very direct path what he's going to do. And
Whatever he's done in the past
Yeah.
that he's focused on, man, he does like to the best of his abilities, and I always gave him props for that. He's really good at whatever.
And with
he's
that
doing.
injury he started out with, that really made him work on that left side more. So
What injury? I don't think you told us about an injury. This
Yeah.
is juicy
Even
goss.
I remember that, guy.
Which one are we talking
My right
about?
shoulder.
Oh,
The
you're not talking about today. I thought you were talking about today. I was like, there was an injury today?
No, not an injury today, no.
yeah,
No, that would be a convenient injury.
Okay, cuz, so you just got roped into all this. Are you like, I want to go home? What is this all about? Or are you like, this is pretty fun?
Well, the last time I was out here was the same time last year, and he had just started training and learning and telling me about it. So I was just like super impressed that within this year he's already like what six or seven.
Currently sixth, right? Wasn't it?
I think
Unless
you were
it
fifth.
changed.
You got dropped to fifth after your last game.
Cool.
Yeah.
After the
So
last
yeah,
game?
I mean I'm just a proud cousin who's here to support her.
she's
awesome
from Oregon.
cousin.
She came all the
From
way
Oregon.
from
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you expect, did you expect your heart to be racing watching an air hockey battle?
Yes.
Really? Okay.
Yes,
See?
because when my husband likes to play air hockey, and so when we play, he's always getting in my head, and it's like so it just playing gets my heart racing. So watching is even more intense when it's like serious like this. I'm like tensing up. I'm like,
Oh, okay.
relax,
I have
relax.
to ask you guys, so the viewers here, the family, that last point, did it physically hurt inside? 'Cause
Yeah.
to me it does too, but I see, I'm
Yeah,
like,
it
no,
does.
it shouldn't be like that. Like, I feel it.
Yeah.
It's a gut punch, right?
Well, you
Yeah.
feel it for the other guy too.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
it happens to be, it's just, this is a really friendly sport, and Jeff's a great sport, and he really enjoys playing with his opponents. I know
It
that.
hurts both sides.
Yeah.
It really does. Like, because frankly, when you beat somebody, you want to be like, I won. I beat that person, right?
Yeah.
And so if they score themselves, or if it slides in
Yeah.
like that, or if they just say that's like a bad circumstance, it just hurts because you're like, I don't feel good because I didn't get the win on that.
Yeah.
They feel bad because it was an accident that so it's like it's an overall just negative. We hate seeing that happen. Great set though. We've got another set coming up, so we should dive right into it.
Unless you're George Anderson.
But
That last point.
the last point, I just lost.
He would jump and say, "Yeah!"
It's true. It's true. All right, guys. Good luck on your next game. Let's dive back
All
in.
right.
And fam, you can stay on the couch if you want to, but you'll be
Oh,
you'll
no.
be on camera in the middle of each game. So.
We don't switch to that camera.
Thanks, man.
You won't be on camera.
Good luck, guys.
Here we are. The Dasvin, Mortal Kombat. Yeah, he's on the right side. I'm on the side. Yeah, he was on that side last time.
All right, we've now migrated back into the recording studio here, the office, the lounge, the den, the man cave.
Life is unfair.
Nub stops twirling his mallet and starts twirling the puck instead.
This is the last set.
Is the hardest part of the game is being able to hit that button and actually make it
Did
work.
someone text me while we were gone? Nope.
Yep, I need to replace this button. This is awkward for everybody. We should get a replay of. Oh, see, look at Nubs walks over.
Magic finger.
Nubs walks over there and instantly adds points to it. Maybe that's like the groundhog. That's how you know who's gonna win the game. Here comes the break, and it's won by Scott.
That's good because until now, Nubs has won most of the possessions, the first possessions.
Scott has his whole family here. There's actually
They're all really supportive. Did you hear that?
I did. His
And
girlfriend.
nobody was shocked.
His girlfriend was off camera, and
It was first date. And Nubs unforced error.
this is the first date. They said.
Yeah.
Scale of 1 to 10, Matt. How romantic would you say this would be as a first date?
don't know, man.
I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about you and me right now.
Well, I mean, you're talking about like San Francisco stuff.
This is me saying this on purpose to see if I can get your wife to pop into chat and be like, back off, buddy! Or my wife.
Go, white boys, go.
Who says that?
Afro Dixie.
Okay. That was because of the face paint comment, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Scott sets it up.
I blame you.
1-0 right now. Oh, he gets him with that, like, I mean, off of his own,
That's like a big, huge,
beautiful shot. See how it
circle
bounced off
drift
his, yeah.
into a cut.
And there it is again, but usually you see Scott doing that shot. It was off of the rail. Ooh, this is gonna go quick. 3-1 right now. Immediately, Nubs is able to take control of that puck bouncing back and forth and puts it away. It's now 3-2. Nubs sets it up, goes for a very light shot, loses possession. Nubs sets it up, goes for the right wall. Ooh, and on the transition again, Scott hits him with the cross. And then without even a second's notice, Nubs scores another goal. It is now 4-3. Scott sets it up. It is deflected on the line. Nubs really falls for those, but they have worked for him, I think, more times than they haven't.
I don't know. I think Scott could really use that to his advantage and draw Nubs out on the charge and just little.
I mean,
little quick
you would
right
think
wall
he
under.
would use it, but he doesn't seem to. And mind you, Scott looks up the whole time. You see him looking downfield the entire time. Ooh, beautiful cross. But he doesn't take advantage when Nubs is up that close. He doesn't switch up his strategy when he sees Nubs' defense change. Scott sets it up, goes off of that rail again, really close to that right rail. Goes for the over, goes for the cross and makes it. It's now 5-4. This could be Scott's first game in the last set. Goes for the right wall. It's deflected.
Squirreled.
Squirrel. I know. We call it, you know when Josiah just randomly looks off table for like no reason, then suddenly plays? That's squirreling. You know, like when the dog sees a squirrel and just like looks over at it? What do you say?
I mean, it's an unset up shot.
I'm talking about like where their eyes are when they're just like they just look off. No, never mind. Can never just.
You can't win.
Never just give me a
win.
Throw me a bone. It's 5-4. No point has been scored in a minute now.
Has it been that long?
Nubs building up some possession time, but then loses it. Scott takes it, sets it up, gets close to that right rail again, goes for the over. The last time that Scott played, he was told by Danny, I believe it was Danny, not to get too close to that right rail because, you know, he closes a lot of lanes for himself. And so he needs to hit a little bit more towards the middle of the table. Not the exact middle, but closer, but he's getting it really close to that right rail.
But it opens that really cool, like, over lane.
Yeah, but then all the defense has to do is bring their defense forward a little bit. It shuts both the over and the under down that he goes for when he's on that right-hand shot. That's why I used to like
they're aware.
See that shot right there? So when he's right-handed and you know when he's playing right-handed, I love it when he does that shot because it can be easily shut down. But so far, yeah, see, like in Nubs is noticing it. He steals possession.
Hitting a little bit harder
Scott
now.
sets it up. That's a good. See, there's that shot. That right wall over, or sorry, left wall over from his right hand. That's a great shot. Almost loses possession.
That shot got crazy. Oh.
Scott sets up the shot.
Where did that go? That was an off goal, I think.
It was awful. I agree. Just kidding. Then
I said off goal. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
On the transition, Nubs gets him on the right wall over. It's now tie game 5-5.
Big points right here.
Man,
big
nobody
points.
says the words that are coming out of your mouth. Scott gets possession back.
Man.
Scott sets it up. Gets him on a double wall.
What was that?
It was a slow spot, dude. And then takes a win and cheers for a 7-5. Oh man, that was that was very close. There was no goal scored for a while, and then just pounces on it.
I always
Keep it
look
with the
very
cat
sheepish
theme.
when someone scores the final point on a charge that I messed up.
You feel sheepish.
Yeah.
Explain that. How does
So
that
when
make,
I
how does that make
charge
you
and
feel?
someone scores a goal on me, when I charged,
Oh, and you just leave your
when I
hand
should
up
have
there.
just stayed back, like
Yep.
when it was 6-6 between me and Spec, and I knew I shouldn't have charged, and he drew the charge, and then he goes dink, and then just scores the goal because he knew what I was gonna do. I always feel dumb. Dumb.
And rightly so.
I know.
Just kidding.
But it's a good way to heal my disease, you know?
Your charging disease.
Yeah. Losing like that.
Usually housewives have that problem. Credit cards going around charging. Oh, 1-0. George and I decided that's what we're gonna call it. When somebody charges, we just say check or charge. Cash or charge. He liked that a lot.
I'm sure he did.
Because I charge all the time, and it flies off the table, and I'm like, all right, that was a charge. For those watching, charging is when instead of blocking going backwards, you actually move forward, and basically it will, you're rushing the puck.
Yeah, save yourself before you get canceled.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Oh no!
You should have listened to what you were saying.
As I said it, I'm gonna if I can make that happen again. Hey Matt, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Oh, I thought it was gonna happen. Nope. They usually call it the curse of the commentator. As you commentate, it makes it happen.
You have to say something good about somebody, and then it'll switch and be the opposite. Like the weather. Like charging is something that's really good.
Yeah, charging's great.
And then they charge and get scored on.
Gotcha. Ooh, see, in that one right there, I would actually be against. I think he shot that a little bit too close to the rail, but it worked. It was that perfect left wall. He switches to his left hand, and then hits it. Perfect left wall over. It was a perfect left wall over.
Sometimes he looks like he's punching the puck. He's like,
do you remember that's how he started? So Scott, he was into martial arts when he started with us, and so he did sort of a shove. He would touch the puck to the mallet, and instead of hitting it, he would shove it, which loses a ton of power. And so we had to keep saying, stop punching the puck, right? He sets up. Ooh, loses possession.
Scott's School of Anything Goes, Air Hockey Martial Arts.
The School of Hard Knocks. Ooh, beautiful. Right wall over. So this is an over, folks. If you're watching this, you see how he hits it, and it goes over the mallet right here. See how it goes to the far side of that goal? It's now 4-3. Nubs in the lead. I think that he's been, I don't believe he's been in the lead this entire game until now. Keeps possession, sets it up. I'm confident about this shot right here. Look at this. He's setting that up. That was really good. Nope, he loses possession. See, you're right. You say a good thing, and the players, out of spite, have to prove you wrong.
I don't think it's the players.
It's the players.
Oh, forehand. First score.
Back slap. He did that forehand perfect to a cross. That was a pop. Beautiful.
Popping forehand.
I guess it was a cut. Is it a cut of his forehand? Oh, beautiful right wall over. Again, it's so close to the rail, but it's working for him. It shouldn't be working, but it is. And that's what Scott is. He's a conundrum. That should be his name.
Wrapped in an enigma.
Wrapped in an enigma and smothered with.
Oh, that almost went in.
And wrapped in
If he he needs. Okay, set it up.
It's 6-4 now. Oh,
he tried it again.
He tried the forehand again, but it lacks so much, not just power, but pizzazz.
Pomp and circumstance.
No character. Right wall under, and now he closes the game. It's now 1-1.
Are you keeping track of the right wall unders?
Boop. Ooh, take a look at these stats at the bottom of the screen. Brought to you by Spec, who'd like to remind you that he is underpaid.
Spec Division.
We have first possessions at 5 for Scott and 10 for Nubs.
All tied up in games in set 3.
But first points, it's almost perfectly even. The shot of the week, which is a right wall under, we got 5 for Nubs. We got 2 for Scott. Scott more goes for the overs. And as far as 7-6 wins, we've got only one of those that I believe has happened so far, and Nubs won that. That was that very first game when he just slammed it in right after getting scored on.
He won a few earlier against another air hockey player.
Matt,
Set.
you got this, bud. Okay, so let's just say Nubs wins this game. Matt, are you gonna challenge him to regain your?
I haven't lost it yet.
Your honor. Have you?
I'm
You
still,
though? No,
I'm still ahead. I'm still ahead. Our elo system doesn't reward challenging down.
Spec, are you gonna challenge Matt after all the smack talk about your system?
Spec knows our elo system doesn't reward challenging down.
Spec's acting like he's not here. It's cool. Everyone knows that you're the evil mastermind behind all of this.
That our elo system doesn't reward challenging down.
Isn't that?
No. It has a big.
I challenge you, Matt.
Okay.
I'm gonna prove this thing.
All right.
You've been challenged.
When? After this?
No. Actually, I was talking to Felix, and I'm like, maybe we'll do another game after this, but like it's way too. I don't think it'll be streamed or anything. But I would love to play him again. He flew all the way out here, and he has to leave tomorrow at like 1. And he's like, well, we can play tomorrow. I'm like, dude, I work. I get off at like 4, so I'm not gonna be able to do that.
So
One
you wanna
day.
Play me?
Ask him.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice little
Everybody's ready?
confidence boost. So you didn't fly out here for nothing.
You guys are definitely welcome to come over and play tomorrow. Ooh, that makes me want to cry. He got possession and then he just instantly loses it. Yeah, he gets it back. Remember, it's 1 game to 1 game. The next player that wins 3 games
That wasn't first
takes his whole
possession,
challenge.
Scott.
It was, well, no. Andrew had clear first possession. Nubs goes for that quick right wall. Goes for another quick right wall. He's not really aiming those shots though.
Swirl.
There it is. Beautiful cross shot. Does a little mallet twirl. Ooh, Scott returns it. Oh, this is a back and forth game now. Here we go.
Slugfest.
Now we're cooking with cooking things.
Oh, that makes me. I got some ribs at home.
Right wall over.
In the oven that I barbecued earlier.
You know, one of our commentators broke.
Self-inflicted wounds by Scott.
Our commentator earlier today broke one of my ribs.
Oh, Brandon?
Yeah.
By giving you the.
Oh no!
love.
Did you see that? It just bounced slowly into his goal after bouncing off his mallet. It is now
self-inflicted
4-2. Uh oh, there goes his power again. Nope, he cuts Scott to the quick. That's a
to the dog reference.
That was an animal nail reference. That was pretty good. And he's a cat, so cuts to the quick. That was good.
That's why I don't want to cut my dog's nails, because I'm always afraid of quicking it.
Are you talking about Nesquik?
No, bloody quick. What?
Scott Arnold.
Nub sets it up. He has a 3-point lead. Scott, being the alley cat, is actually in the doghouse. Can he get out of this?
That's mine.
No!
Oh, 10 points away from me?
Slowly squeaks in. Scott gets that. That was not supposed to be a goal. That was almost the same as the last point from the last game, or the last set. It's now 3-5, and Scott has possession again.
He loses
Goes for the forehand.
today.
Well, if he loses, you're safe.
If who loses?
If Scott loses.
So Matt is hoping, in this case, that Scott loses, so that way he will look better in the rating system.
No, now it's worth it for me to challenge Spec.
This is called bias, even though this whole time we've been biased towards Nubs because he's the underdog.
How many, when I challenge you, how many,
Ooh, 3.
points do I
Sorry,
get for
4 to
beating you?
5 now.
Huh? Only 2 still?
Oh, the cross. It's now game point. Nubs only needs 1 more point to get the second game. Is he going to take it, or is Scott going to prevail? Oh, that was almost over the line with his mallet.
But he wasn't.
Ah. Scott sets it up, goes for the over.
He needs to not rush.
Scott really trying to get out of this deficit right now.
And he gives it away.
Nope. Nubs takes possession. Is this it? As he goes for the cross, he does go for the cross. It's missed, and he loses
Wide,
possession.
super wide.
Scott's definitely dominating when it comes to possession time right now. Oh, that one slowly got away from Nubs. He could have kept that. Scott sets it up, goes for the cross. It's missed. And there it is. Yeah, actually, that's a cut because he's left-handed on that one. Ooh, Nubs goes for that fast point. Is he going to rush it? He is going to rush it. Don't do it, buddy.
Russian.
He cannot hear us, but if he could, he would know that right now I'm angry with him. Don't do it. These shots. Oh, he gets it with the right wall over.
And now suddenly Scott is down.
losing. You're right. I mean, for the first time in this entire match, Scott is now losing as far as like who's ahead in this.
He's
match.
in the same spot he was last set, but the stakes now are so much higher without that set lead.
Yep.
Now they're even Stevens, and now he's.
Ooh, look at that ref skills.
Big set behind.
Can we replay that? No, we can't. It's too late.
It's too late.
That would have been good. Did you see Tim jump out there and stop that puck from going in?
Like a ninja. Like a zebra ninja.
Tim is going to become our head ref. We've had a talk.
Okay. It's the part. What is happening?
It's a first point by Scott gets the first goal.
We missed it. I don't even know what happened.
He got a goal.
So many butterfingers over there.
Right wall over. Gets a little mallet twirl from Andrew. Scott gets... Oh, he goes straight down the middle. It's deflected.
Andrew
Nubs
does the mallet
loses
dance.
possession.
Oh, nice.
That was good. What even was that? Where did he hit that from the mallet? That was a great shot. It was almost like a forehand.
Back of the mallet?
It was that punch shot that we were talking about. It wasn't a forehand, nor was it a backhand. It was just a hand.
Judo chop.
Judo chop. Oh, right wall over again. Nubs is sort of getting away from his cross game and going towards the over game. Nope, and is returned right away with a Scott doing a left wall over. A Scott. That was a beautiful setup.
I think Scott
very slow
is
drift.
not done.
Slow drift, and he goes straight to that cut or cross with the left hand. Ooh, and Nubs does the same thing. It's like monkey see, monkey do.
I mean, it's not wrong.
Ooh, went for the left wall over. It's missed. A little bit of low power there. Off goal. Oh no.
I hate when it goes just around the mallet and into the goal anyways. You block it and it
watch
still
this.
goes
It
in the
hits his
mallet.
mallet, and that's what made it go in. So like he blocked the shot, and then he was the one responsible for it popping in afterwards. That's such a bad shot. It's such a bummer.
What's the play there? Is it just bring your mallet all the way back to the goal?
After the puck hits your mallet, you need to put your mallet forward.
I feel like if you move your mallet forward at that point, it's still going in the goal.
Nope. It hit his mallet twice, didn't it?
No.
Did it only hit it once?
It only hit it once.
Well, then you lose while your mallet's way out ahead, like a man. Wearing your serpentine cologne.
Mesmerized.
I have a feeling my cologne is gonna smell less floral than yours. That's all I'm saying.
No.
Oh, he goes for the shot. I don't hear any screams, so...
I hear laughing.
Oh, I do hear laughter. Okay, so... Losing a tooth is funny now. Alright. Ooh, great shot. He pulled it over to the right.
Game point, Scott. Even it up.
Is Nubs gonna claw his way back, or do they really want to push this to the 7th game? Because that's what's gonna happen at this rate. You know, it's so funny because, you know, as a commentator, you know, we were told as kids that, you know, don't yell at the TV, they can't hear you. And now here we are once again still yelling at the TV knowing that they can't hear us. But if we yell loud enough, they will. Ooh, it's 4-6 now.
They can hear us.
They can if we yell loud.
What's the matter? What are you doing?
Oh, that was so close. Scott almost got that game-winning point there, deflected, and he gets it back. This is Scott's chance right here. And missed.
Messes it up.
Sets it up again. Ooh, and Nubs is rushing. I mean, I know that hurts you internally, Matt, when he rushes, when he's already at game point. What are your thoughts this time around? Oh,
that hurts me more.
Oh, no.
The final shot brought to you by Ruthless Real Estate.
Oh, and it was blocked. It did touch his mouth, but like he just blocked it wrong at the end there.
Yeah.
Oh.
He thought it was gonna go up, and it just went back.
Oh, we need to zoom in on the face, and it'd be like wah wah, like when that.
No, I think it should be the Price is Right. Bum bum ba bum bum.
I still want the dude from Mortal Kombat. Toasty. It's now 2 games to 2 games. I can tell you.
Still anybody's game now.
It is. There's only 3 games max left. Minimum of 2 games, maximum of 3 games.
Better than Specs music.
You watch your mouth.
With scope.
And the little speck is back on the table. If we're not alive tomorrow, it's because we insulted Spec too many times and didn't live to tell the tale.
Dang.
Do you know how much that dude can bench press?
Yeah. Not as much as me.
Dude, these 2 camera angles right now make the tables look like they're a massively different color. We got one that's like deep blue and then one that's like pool blue. But they're actually the same. It's just like the lighting. That's kind of fun. Those tables are both in the same room, by the way. They're just on opposite sides of the room. So we got 2 tables set up in there. We just donated our photon to Boise State University, and we're doing tournaments there every Friday. It's actually a lot of fun. Going into game number 5, there can only be a maximum of 3 more games. So this game and 1 more, or this game and 2 more, depending on how tied up it is. Nubs again with first possession. Almost loses it. Sets it up. Contemplates his life choices. Sets it up again. Goes for the forehand, and instantly Scott takes advantage and scores the first point.
Ooh.
Kung.
Squirrel. I think that's what it should be. A shot that is not set up as a squirrel.
A shot that's... I still think it's when they look just randomly off in the distance. Because, I mean, that's not what squirreling's doing, is like rabbit trailing or just... I don't know. You know what? Leave it in the comments. What would you consider the squirrel either shot or maneuver or look to be? If you would say that a player squirreled, what would that mean to you? We will instantly take your advice and disregard it. Nubs loses possession. Scott's still up by 1 point only. It's 1-0. These players are taking this game very seriously, and as well they should. This is pinnacle. Whoever wins this point will only have to win 1, or whoever wins this game only has to win 1 more to close out this whole challenge match. Oh, Nubs with an immediate cross. That's his go-to shot. I'm surprised he hasn't done it more. Ooh, and on a transition right wall from Scott. It's now 2-2.
The over.
Right the second, it can't get more tight than this. It's 2 sets to 2, or a set to set, 2 point, or 2 games to 2 games, 2 points to 2 points. Oh no!
Frustration all over his face.
That's gross.
And then insult to injury. Scott scores another point. He says, "Watch out for your face."
Right down the middle. Oh, and he actually pays
Scott
off.
comes out and he just capitalizes on the opportunity and hits him with a...
You're right. I mean, Nubs went straight down the middle and it was deflected, but then he went with the transition shot. This time Scott scores on himself. It's now 4-4. Once again, tie game, tie entire match right now. It's not even Father's Day, and there are so many ties happening. How you doing over there, Matt? Oh no, 4-5. Nubs gets another point. My prediction is Scott gets the next point because that's how this game is going.
You ever watch those two guys that just exchange dad jokes and nobody smiles or laughs?
Yes.
That's
You
what-
would have
that's what I'm
lost that.
doing.
This is why I don't give you milk. Oh, left wall under. It's now 5-5. I called it. I knew it was going to be 5-5, and I bet you the next point is going to be 5-6.
Yes.
Oh, there it is. I knew
Game
it.
point, Scott.
Knew it. Oh,
Game
now it's
point.
game point either way. This is the pinnacle. Whoever gets this next point is set up to win this match with only one game. And there it is. Scott gets it with 7-6.
3-2, and Scott breathes a breath of relief, being that one game ahead.
Scott breathes himself a breath of mesmerize. Brought to you by Matt. To remind you,
very flowery.
don't fall for it.
My flowers are very
It
beautiful.
smells like deception.
Stinks like perfume.
Serpentine.
Brute. Can Andrew Snead turn this around right now?
Nubs needs to win 2 games. Scott only needs to win 1 more game, and he's shut this whole challenge match down. Oh, instantly first blood after getting first possession.
With the right wall under. Dang.
Andrew must be the firstborn, and immediately Scott firing some shots.
Shots fired.
Yeah, off goal, and off goal, loses possession. And
Cross.
immediately across from Nubs. Nubs does a twirl. The mallet twirl. The
Mallet dance.
The mallet squirrel. Scott missing a lot of his shots all of a sudden. That was another missed shot.
Is it a rush? He wants it to be over? He's...
He changed headbands, so he's not. He changed to actual camo versus the black and white camo.
Trying to match Nubs?
I don't know. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Nubs is wearing camo. I didn't think about the advantage that would play into the game.
What is happening to Scott right now?
He's really kind of falling apart.
Something has changed in his game.
I believe it was at this very moment, not that the Grinch's heart grew 5 sizes this day, but that Scott realized this might not be the best date as a first date. Oh, he gets the cut! Beautiful transition. Actually, it was a cross. Oh no! Nubs was up 2-0, and then that second one, yeah, now it's tied up. He is only 5 points away from losing this challenge match, and all those 1 games, that whole set, basically means nothing. Oh, he lets possession go.
Could have been a little over.
Scott now up 3-2, only needing 4 more points. Nubs goes for a cut. It's missed.
Getting that, a little bit of that tension.
He gets a cut, and then he does get it. It's now 3-3.
Tension rising. Tension rising.
Ooh, that'd be a sweet band name.
Tension rising?
Mm-hmm. Or your next perfume. Oh, he gets him with the cross. It's now 4-3.
How do you think Scott's family's doing right now?
I have a feeling we should go pause the game and ask them. That'd be so annoying.
Say time out.
Time out. Hey,
Time out.
family,
How you guys doing?
feeling?
How you doing?
They would be like, shut up and play the game.
Send in the clones.
Oh, he's going for some choppy play right here. Let's see if he can set it up. There it is. He sets it up and goes for the left-handed cross.
He froze him up.
It did. Oh, did he touch it? No. He went for the fake out. See, that to me that was a squirrely shot.
It was too much. Too far.
Yeah, I don't know if he did it on purpose, to be honest.
Did he miss?
I think he did. I think he overshot it. Oh,
But Scott's 2 points away from closing this out. Can he taste it? Can he hold on to the pressure?
Nubs sets it up, goes way too fast. I don't like that game style. It's not looking good for Nubs right now. Oh, he almost got him to challenge or to charge out.
Uh-oh. It's coming back. Nope.
No.
Scott gets possession. What's going to happen?
I'm hearing some family members cheering for him. Let's get the volume up.
He charged and
it's blocked. Nubs gains possession.
Can he even it out?
How is he post if he can't even?
Oh no!
Scores on himself. It's now match point to 4. I feel like he knows right now that it's over. It's gonna take a lot to get this back. He's gonna need 3 points in a row. And with Scott tasting victory right here,
The blood is in the water.
Scott sets it up. It's blocked, but he keeps possession.
Everybody's holding their breath.
No, I'm not.
Oh, the charge. Oh my
Nubs
God.
gets possession. He can take this and bring it up to 5 points right now. Oh no,
Or almost score himself.
Loses possession, and now Scott still, he's building up so much possession time right now. This has got to make Nubs antsy.
Tension.
Is Nubs gonna charge out and lose it all? Let's find out. He did charge.
Oh gosh. He baited the charge.
Okay, come on, Nubs. Hold it. Okay, there we go.
Set it up.
Okay, there we go.
Set
Come
it
on,
up.
buddy. You got this. Just make that shot count. Okay, that was good. Keep it. Do not score on yourself. I swear to goodness. Okay, that was good. That was a good shot. I like that. I like the left wall. Go for
Bring
the
it out
cross.
of the
Just do what
lane.
was working. Go for the cross. Oh, he loses possession, and here's Scott's chance to end this whole shebang.
Camera change.
He rushed it to the line. Oh, and there it is on the left wall over, and Scott takes the entire match. This was a definite close one. There was, oh man, I'm gonna go out there and hobnob. That's what I'm about to go do. You can hear the family. Let you hear them right now. You can hear them.
It'll be a lot longer than expected to take it.
You can hear them talking about the length of the game here. All right, I'm gonna go bounce in there.
Good job, Andrew. I wanted to tell you that little side move you do where you pull it up. I've never seen anyone do that, but that, like every time that would get me, I'm like, that was cool.
You never
It's like,
to the couch. His comeback speed is off.
yeah.
Just intense.
That was fun.
Ooh, I didn't know you said this. All right, you guys want to bounce over there?
Probably heard me screaming on the sideline.
We did, you know. As commentators, we say, you know, normally when you know, you're told if you yell, no, it's good. That's no, you guys are supposed to be jumping and yeah.
No, it's awesome. I love
But
it.
you know, we're told as kids, when you yell at the screen that the people can't hear you. But like if we yell loud enough, they would be able to hear us right now.
I just heard you guys through the door. It was great.
Yeah, I've got so many questions for you. By the way, I just gotta know. We were saying it. You don't have to be on camera, but we're like, okay, so this is first date? I heard.
Well, with this, yeah, I mean, yeah.
Okay, so I have to know where does this rate on first date? Cause like I gotta know.
It's actually a good question.
It's one of my better first dates.
David and Scott, thank you guys for staying so dang late tonight. I appreciate you guys so much. Can you guys give a round of applause for our refs? And yeah, these guys did a lot. Take that one out. I'll just throw it in the wash. I'll just wash it. Yeah, chuck that one. Take that one. Oh, thanks, man. All right, guys. Oh man, that last one was a nail biter. That's why I have to tape my fingers up. No, I was kidding. Okay, so all right, guys, I want to hear it. I mean, I don't want to do all the talking here. So, what do you guys think about the game? What did you change now that the secret's out or that can be out? What happened?
What I did was I started milking that little technique where I move it up and then tap it a little off to the side just last minute, and I did that combined with my bread and butter with just the standard over and over until it goes in.
Yep.
Basically, just what was reliable, accurate, basically. Yep.
How about you, Nebs?
I was guessing on those. He doesn't generally hit them 3 in a row, so I'd move and he'd hit it. It was pretty good.
Isn't that fun when they do a cadence where it's like the same shot, and then they do something different, and you kind of start guessing it, but then do it 3 times, and you're like, why would you do 3 times? And they're like, because of that. That's why. Awesome. Oh man. I mean, there were times where I'm okay. Question for you players: do your hearts race more watching somebody else's game or being in your own game?
Definitely in my own, I would say.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
Watching.
Yeah, see, for me, it's watching. My heart races way harder watching somebody else's game than in my own. Even if my own is like 6-6, I'm like intense, right? And I'm like pumped up, but my heart's not like, right? You know, for the fam, I always ask that. When I'm at the arcade and a parent's watching their kid play,
I'll walk over to the parent and I'll be like, I bet you didn't expect your heart to be racing over a game of air hockey today. And they're like, you're right. Yeah, so I always think it's kind of fun. So I agree with Nubs. I'm 100%. My heart races more watching in today's game. There's some moments where it was, a pretty big difference in the score, but when it was really close, it's like, what's going to happen right now? Yeah. Nubs starts going fast. We're like, no! And then, okay, he's got it. Okay, is he going to take this shot? Oh, Scott's got it. What's going to happen? Looking back, hindsight's 2020. What would you do different, Nubs?
Slow down. I was going pretty fast. I would shoot. I would miss, it starts to come back, and he would jump, and I would immediately try to get a bank because he's too far away from the goal. I was never accurate with that because I don't have time to aim. I'm just hitting and hoping.
Squirrel.
We noticed that, when you would rush, you'd either score yourself or you would lose possession a lot. But when you take your time for the shots, you were really accurate. When you tried for the really fast stuff, it wasn't working as well for you. So I think that you're right in the fact that the slowing down would make a big difference in your game. It's funny with Scott, he was told by Colin Cummings to speed up his game. So he was like, I'm reaching out to Colin, whose birthday it's today. Colin, if you're watching this, happy birthday, bud.
I already told him.
He's number 1 in the world, by the way, that guy. Yeah, he's awesome.
He's won 11 championships. And so Scott just went straight to the source and goes, okay, what could I do to improve my game? And Colin said, you need to be playing faster. Play as fast as you comfortably can. Something to that effect, unless I'm wrong. And I love that because most people have told me, hey, slow your game down, slow down. But not a lot of people said, yeah, play fast as you can control it, and then no more than that, right? Like, that needs to be your limit. And so I noticed that, this game here was really slow, methodical, and it was working against him. But I'm like, I wonder if Colin's watching, if he would want you to speed up and you to slow down, right? Because that's where that's at, get that drift going and do some shots off the drift. All right, so now the game's over, right? So we can have some smack talk for next time. But what was like your most feared thing, like when he would be setting up in a certain way? Because this is good to know. This helps us grow. So like, what is his scariest shot? Where you're like, oh, please don't.
To be honest with you, it was just him transitioning the shots itself was the most intense part.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was really good at getting possession back.
He really was,
and that was driving me crazy. But yeah,
I mentioned that
transition stuff.
You have this weird lack of control where you score on yourself a bunch, but then you have this weird increase of control when it's in transition off of one of your back rails, and you scored a lot of shots when it would bounce off your back rail. It was impressive.
That's the one you were getting from Jacob, right? You said
Jacob or Sam, one of them. I'd watch Sam and Jacob practice just hitting it back and forth off one rail and then hit for the goal.
Mm-hmm. That's I don't know who invented that, but I'm pretty sure it was Tim Wiseman, and that was one of his warm-ups. And so you hit it and you hit it and you hit it, and so he has this video of all these different warm-ups you can do. What was your shot that he would do that you were the most afraid of? Like when he'd be setting up for you, like no, please don't.
Left hand, right side cross.
So when he's on the left hand and he brings it up to this side and then hits it to that way. Yep.
That's the bread and butter.
Okay, now would you have, if you had to guess which one he would have said, would you have said that shot?
Would I have said that one? Probably, yeah. That's my most reliable shot. It's very hard to block. Yeah.
See, I would have said some other shots for you. After today's game, it was your right wall over. Or sorry, your left wall over with your right hand. That's a killer shot. Like that. After today, I'm like, don't do that to me, because that will work. That'll work. Oh man. Okay. Questions or anything that you guys want to say to each other for this game before we end it off for tonight?
Well, good job, man.
You as well. Fun as always.
He's one of my favorite opponents to play, for sure. You
I
can see why.
We saw that a lot. I wish we could zoom in on the faces. There was this one where okay, I have to ask. You hurt your hand in one of the shots, yeah? It was in the first set. It hit your hand, I think, and you gave this face that you were in pain. And I was like, he's in physical pain. And Matt's like, no, he's in mental pain right now. And I'm like, no, it's physical. Did it hit your hand?
Yeah, I think it was one of the times in the first one, you said?
I think it was the first set.
I think in the first set I caught it with my hand. I threw it to Scott and we reset with that. But it caught my hand one time. And it actually caught my hand twice today, the third set when I smacked it out.
Told you so, Matt. I'm just kidding.
Well, you were gone right after his date.
I wasn't trying to.
Trying to take her out.
I honestly think some of his self-scores in those last few... Was that the very last game or one of the last two? I think that really saved me. It gave me a big sigh of relief. Not that he scored on himself, but the fact that I didn't have
it's
to
true.
work as hard.
It's like, you're like, man, I hate that happened. I don't want that to happen. But man, having this buffer right now is such a game changer. You're like, okay, now I can sort of it calmed down a little bit.
3 games.
I played a game.
1 game every set. I scored more points than he did on my set.
Yeah, Matt actually brought that up in one of the games. It was 6-3. He was up 6-3 on you, and he's like, if Nubs hadn't scored himself right now, this game would be 3-3. And it's like, oh, but that's hard. That just comes with control. I don't know if you guys recall the Idaho State 2 years back when a bunch of Texans flew out here, and we gave them all the mic to just give us one piece of advice. And so we said, hey guys, this is the only chance we get to get a lot of advice from you. Please give us one piece of advice that will help us the most. Okay, so they all lined up, and I went to Vince Sauceda. He had just won. And he grabs the mic and he's like, puck control's the most important thing. And he hands it over to Brian Acrocco. And Brian Acrocco's like, well, he stole what I was going to say, but puck control's the most important thing you guys need to learn is blah, 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 blah. He hands it over to George Anderson. George Anderson's like, I'm not trying to be weird here by saying this, but puck control is so important, blah, blah. And then he hands it to the next guy, puck control, next guy, puck control. They all, down the line, they were like laughing because they're like, there's nothing more we can say at this point. It is the #1 biggest piece to air hockey. People will say, no, it's going fast, no, it's being accurate. It is what creates speed. It is what creates accuracy. And so that's the big piece to it is like getting that puck control down, doing those drills and such. That helps, and it's already improved your game. And I was like crazy. Those transition shots were good. You were trying to rank up. I don't remember what your rating in Idaho is right this second, but you're trying to go after number 5, and you took him to what, a game? Like if you had just won, 2 games in the end there, you would have had this rating right now. So you were that close, and all it would take is not scoring yourself a few games, and you would have had it. So you're that close, which is pretty awesome because this dude's been practicing like every single week.
And he just took number 5.
I think he had number 5.
No, and now I just went to number 6.
You just beat Matt. Oh wait.
Oh, that's
All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining us. Thanks for tuning in. So we're gonna go ahead and end the stream off. So have a great night, everybody.
Good times.
Always fun.
Great time.